You know it's this. Take a perk and a talk of that shit. Money swallowing like sis. Did it perfect in the kid. Got a billion who sang on my head. Look up better put on the road I just spent. I know we got $1 million. The devil that shit ain't not cheaper again.
Hello and welcome back, fellow anime lovers, to MangaMuse. I am delighted to have you join us once again in the world of fanfiction and fantasy. This is the third part of What If Naruto Enters Jackiechan Adventures. Special note, this fanfic is written and a masterpiece of KFB Anime 87 on FANFICTIONnet. Do check and support the author too. Now smash the like, share and subscribe button for more. Also press the bell icon so that you never miss such great parts. Thanks for the introduction. Now let's dive into the world. Uncle's shop. Naruto and Jade were talking in the garage while Uncle was tending to the shop. "Gah, what's taking him so long?" Naruto said. "I mean, it shouldn't take this long to get back from the Netherlands," Jade said. They then heard Naruto's phone ring, which was a tone Jade recognized as Billie Jean. "You're a MJ fan?" Jade asked with a chuckle as she didn't know Naruto liked that kind of music. "Shut up," Naruto said as he took out his phone. "Dad, I swear if you're late because of Viper I'm gonna dash." "Relax, my plane had a layover in Bavaria," Jackie said over the phone. "Try to hurry up, we can't have Uncle's birthday without you," Naruto said. "Don't tell me you forgot." Naruto yelled into the phone. "No, of course not." Jackie yelled with a panicked tone. "Get him a present, and if you're gonna bring Viper make sure to tell Uncle you two are official," Naruto said before Evade grabbed his arm and pulled the phone to her. "Yeah, otherwise we will," Jade said into the phone with a grin. Naruto got his arm back before hanging up. "So what did you get him?" Jade asked Naruto curiously. "You will see. What about you?" Naruto asked with a raised eyebrow. "Well, I have it split between this dried-up lizard, or a origami dog," Jade said. "Go with the dog since that's his sign," Naruto said with a sigh. "What's your sign, or do they not have zodiacs in Japan?" Jade asked. "Well, I was born on October 10th, so I'm a tiger," Naruto said with a smile. "Well, you have the whiskers," Jade said with a smile. "And what are you?" Naruto asked with a raised eyebrow. "Dragon," Jade said with a smile. "Fits you since you're a hot-headed tomboy," Naruto said with a snort. Jade scowled at this and cracked her fingers in a threatening manner. "And you forget dragons eat anything they want. Should you buy dinner first?" "Ow!" Naruto yelled before Jade poked him in the eyes. "Quit being a smart butt and help me go buy Uncle's cake," Jade said with a scowl. "Yes, your dragoness," Naruto said with a snicker. "DMN straight." Jade yelled with a proud smile as they left to go pick up a cake from down the street. "Just don't go breathing fire on me," Naruto said with a smile at Jade as she laughed. Later. Naruto, Jade, Jackie and Viper watched Uncle sit at a table as he looked at the presents they gave him. "Ah, origami dog, I love it, Jade," Uncle said with a smile at the well-made origami dog. "Huh, I didn't think you had the skill for that, Miss Dragon," Naruto said with an impressed tone. "You'd be surprised what I can do with these hands," Jade said with a proud smile. "Not too easy," Naruto said, deciding to not make an obvious joke. "Ah, he's growing up," Jackie said with a chuckle. "My turn," Naruto said. Uncle took the present and opened it, showing a framed picture of Uncle, Jackie, and a kid Naruto. "Ah, when Jackie first adopted you," Uncle said with a fond smile. "Yup, I still remember when Naruto ate all your ramen and we found him in the pot," Jackie said with a smile. Jade suppressed a laugh at this as that was cute to her. "So what you and girlfriend bring Uncle?" Uncle asked Jackie. Jackie smiled as he took out a gift basket which had images of a pig on all the items inside. "Chocolates, really?" Naruto asked as that was a bit weak. "Chocolate stains my teeth and cheese, none of your business," Uncle said with an unamused look. "And this, the dog talisman, just like your sign," Jackie said. Ah, good now research, Uncle said as he took the talisman. Uncle, me and Naruto got you a cake, let's celebrate a little, Jade said with a frown. I'll celebrate when I'm a year younger, Uncle said with a sigh as he went into the back room. I think Uncle's age is getting to him. Naruto said with a sigh. Let's just leave Uncle alone while we go get dinner, Viper said to the three of them. Yeah, it's best to leave Uncle alone, Jackie said as he led the two teens out of the shop. The next day, Naruto and Jackie were sparring inside their mini apartment in section 13 while Jade was eating chocolates from the gift basket. Hey Jackie, what was Uncle like at your age? Jade asked curiously, wondering what young Uncle was like. Well, he was a lot like me, Jackie said with a smile as everyone either winced and shivered. So you're gonna be grouchy and smell like garlic when you're old? Jade asked with a raised eyebrow as that sounded like a nightmare. Jade. Respect your elders, both of us, Jackie said with an unamused look. Just saying, Jade said as she unwrapped a chocolate. Keep eating and your peach will get bigger, Naruto said with a snicker. Humph, you'd like that, wouldn't you? Jade said with a scoff, ignoring Naruto since she was used to this by now and did like it when she caught his eye. Naruto looked at the chocolate before grabbing her hand before she could put it in her mouth. Hey! Jade yelled, not willing to give up her chocolate. Naruto held it in his hand. What does that look like to you? He asked as the two looked at it, seeing it was a pig talisman. Jackie asked, surprised. It's Friday, so we're going, Jade said with an excited smile. To Germany, Naruto said with his own smile. Fine, but we need to tell Uncle first, Jackie said with a sigh. Uncle's shop. Hey Uncle, we found a lead on a talisman, so you should look up the pig talisman while we dash, Jackie was saying as he walked in before he was interrupted. Ah, an adventure, just what this old man needs, Uncle said with a smile. You, want to come? Jackie asked as Uncle didn't like leaving his shop, and even when forced he always complained about it. Sure, I have never seen Germany, so I may as well go with help you keep the love birds in line, Uncle said with a teasing smile. Hey! Naruto and Jade yelled at this, them both blushing. Uncle, quit playing around, they are just friends, Jackie said with a chuckle at Uncle's joke as he waved his hands, causing his elbow to knock over a vase. Uncle chuckled at this before he instantly caught the vase and instantly jumped to his feet, putting the vase on the table. Whoa! Jade said, surprised as she had never seen Uncle like this. Well, now let's go. We have a talisman to find, Uncle said with a smile as he led the way out of the shop. Naruto smiled at this as he kinda liked this active side of Uncle. Later in Bavaria, the group walked in the village and looked around at all the pig stuff on display. Huh, must be a mascot, Naruto said with a chuckle at seeing a guy in a mascot costume of a pig in green lederhosen. Okay, I'll go to the chocolate factory, you three stay out of trouble, Jackie said to Uncle and the teens before he left them. Don't take any lip from Oompa Loompa, Naruto said with a smile at his father. Jade and Uncle laughed at this while Jackie rolled his eyes before he left. So what is there to do here? Jade asked as they walked down the street. Well, there is dancing or eating some food, Naruto said, gesturing to some people dancing nearby and some free food being put out for tourists. Dancing? Jade stuttered out with a blush at the thought of dancing with Naruto. Be glad we don't have to wear lederhosen, Naruto said before thinking of Jade in rather tight suspenders. On second thought, he thought, wondering if he could convince her to wear it. Yummy, Uncle said as he took a cheese sandwich and ate it with a smile. Naruto paused at this as he watched Uncle. I have never seen Uncle eat cheese, he thought, as Uncle always complained about much. Okay Uncle, what's going on? Jade asked as she also noticed Uncle was acting strange. Uncle looked around looking to see if Jackie was around before reaching into his shirt and pulled out the dog talisman on a necklace. The dog talisman? Jade asked curiously. The immortality talisman, Uncle said with a smile. Naruto's eyes widened at this. Whoa, now that's a power, he said as he whistled impressed. So that explains a lot, Jade said with a smile. You do realize you can't keep it, Uncle, Naruto said. Uncle sighed at this as he nodded. I know, Naruto, I just wanted to re-experience my youth before I let Section 13 lock it up, he said. I know, but... Come on, Naruto, it's still his birthday, can't you just let him have one more youthful day? Jade said, thinking that Uncle deserved some peace of mind and not have to think about his age. Naruto looked at Jade and Uncle before he nodded. Yeah, I suppose so, but still be careful, okay? He asked Uncle. Uncle nodded at this and smiled, glad Naruto was understanding. Okay, you two stay here, I'll go get more food, Jade said with a smile as she ran to a nearby table. Naruto watched Jade leave and smiled a little as he watched her get food. You should make a move, nephew, she's good for you, Uncle said with a smile at Naruto as he could tell Naruto cared about Jade. Naruto froze at this and blushed. Uncle, I don't lead dash. Naruto, I may be immortal right now, but I'm not blind like your father, I have experience, so tell me what's the problem? Uncle asked. Naruto looked at Uncle and after a few moments he sighed. Look, even if I did like her, I don't want to ruin the friendship we have, he said. Uncle nodded at this as he knew that Naruto didn't have a lot of friends. Look, I won't say anything to anyone, but you should figure out what your feelings are before some other guy gets her attention, he said with as he placed his hand on Naruto's shoulder. Naruto scoffed at this. Like Dad would let any other guy near her, he said with a chuckle. Uncle laughed at this. Yeah, I don't know how he became such a square, he said. Naruto's nose twitched as he turned around and saw a man wearing an outfit martial artists would wear. He had red spiky hair and he seemed to be looking for something. He smells of almond, he thought to himself. He also spotted Toru, who was with the man as they left the area. Uncle looked where Naruto was looking and frowned. Jade ran over with some sandwich and saw that they were distracted. What's up? She asked curiously. Toru is here with some wannabe Vegeta, Naruto said with a glare at the red-headed man. They are heading for the chocolate factory, Uncle said with a glare at the two dark-hand enforcers. Well, let's go back, Jackie up, Jade said with a sigh as they all followed the two enforcers. As they followed the two, they heard a bell go off and looked up at the town's clock tower. Naruto spotted what looked like a pig on the clock clanging its cymbals to signify what time it was, and on its hat was the pig talisman. The pig, he muttered. Later at the factory. Naruto, Jade and Uncle snuck into the factory and as they entered they saw the red-hair man confronting Jackie. So the Dark Hand is recruiting new help, Jackie said as he took a fighting stance. Indeed, Chan, I am Hack Fu, the last thing you will see, the man said as he took a battle stance and charged at Jackie. Fierce Tiger unsheathes his claws, he yelled as he attacked. Oh God, he's a full dork, Jade said with a snicker at how Hack Fu announced his attacks. They watched as Jackie pretty much get his butt kicked. They looked behind them to look for Uncle only to see him gone and behind the red-haired man. Uncle then slapped the man in the back of his head, getting his attention. Hack Fu turned to look at Unc before Uncle flicked his finger on his forehead. Gur, angry gorilla stomps frail twig. Uncle leapt out of the way with great skill. Twig may be frail, but roots are slippery. Uncle? Jackie asked as Naruto and Jade ran to him. Angry crow takes flight. Hack Fu yelled as he jumped at Uncle. Thank you for sharing, Crow. Uncle said as he dodged the attack before kicking him in the gut. Pretty much Hack Fu was getting his butt handed to him. How is Uncle doing this? Jackie asked surprised as he and the teens watched Uncle fight Hack Fu. Let's just say his dog friend has his back, Naruto said with a smile. Angry Tiger brings down foot. Uncle prepared to block a foot attack but got slugged by a punch, sending him into a brick wall, destroying it and covering him in bricks. I meant fist, Hack Fu said with a smirk before he jumped back from a swipe from Naruto's claws. Angry Fox mauls Tiger. Naruto growled as his kitsune ears and tails appeared. Ah, Chan's pet, Hack Fu said as he took a battle stance. I'll show you, pet, you mediocre martial artist. Mediocre? Hack Fu yelled in rage as he charged before grunting as one of Naruto's tails hit him. Ow, he said before he started to block the strikes from his tails. Naruto took to all fours with Hack Fu matching his stance before both of them charged at each other, both leaping into the air. Angry Crow takes flight. Hack Fu yelled as he jumped. Naruto swiped his tail at Hack Fu's head as he turned away, rearing his arm back and thrusting 2 fingers at Naruto's eyes, but he quickly blocked it before kicking Hack Fu to the ground. Naruto landed on the ground giving a come at me motion at Hack Fu, causing him to growl before charging at him full force like a raging bull, smashing into Naruto's chest, but he quickly used his tails to cushion the impact with the wall. Hack Fu roared loudly as he was about to drop kick the yokai. Naruto brought up his arms in an X block, taking the impact of the strike head-on, but stood his ground, pushing Hack Fu back, flipping across the ground. Naruto kicked at Hack Fu's head, causing him to duck. He felt Naruto's tails ensnaring his arms, giving Naruto the chance to drive his fists into the red-haired man's face. Naruto was then grabbed from behind by Toru and pulled away from Hack Fu. "I didn't need your help, family size." Hack Fu growled. "Sure you didn't," Toru said sarcastically. Naruto growled at this before he stomped his feet in the ground and used his tails to grab Toru, and with a mighty swing of his tails slammed him into Hack Fu, sending them through a wall. "Whoa," Jade said with wide eyes as Naruto's kitsune features disappeared. As soon as the 2 Dark Hand members were gone, Uncle got out of the brick pile he was in. "How rude," Uncle said, wiping himself down. "Uncle? But how?" Jackie asked in shock that Uncle was completely fine. "Dog talisman is immortality, Dad," Naruto said as he approached them. "Why, you brought a talisman with you?" Jackie said, shocked. Uncle sighed at this as he showed Jackie the dog talisman around his neck. "He just wanted one last day to know what it was like to be young. You can't be mad at him, Dad," Naruto said. Jackie paused at this and sighed. "Okay, fine, but when we get home we need to lock it up with the others," he said. Uncle nodded at this as he did agree. "Considering how they're going all over the place, I don't think they have that talisman tracker," Jade said. "My money is on the big man sitting on it," Naruto said with a snicker while Jade giggled. "But if the talisman isn't here, where is it?" Jackie asked. "No problem, Dad, we spotted it at the clock tower," Naruto said with a smile. Makes sense. Furkley donated the money for the clock tower, so I can see him hiding it there," Jackie said with a nod. "Okay, let's go get it, I want to see what pig power is," Jade said with a smile. "Watch your back, those morons may follow us," Naruto said as they all left. "I won't lose to that guy again," Uncle said with a determined look. "I know you won't, that guy is a joke compared to you, Uncle," Naruto said with a smile at the old man. Jackie smiled at this, glad his son cared so much about Uncle. Few minutes later at the clock tower. The group entered the clock tower with Uncle and Jackie watching their backs. "Okay, I'll go get it with Jade, you two stay here and make sure Anime Boy and Family Size don't jump us," Naruto said with a smile. Jade snickered at this as she followed Naruto to the stairs. "After you, my lady," Naruto said with a smile at Jade as he led her past him. "Thanks, Tiger Boy," Jade said as she started to climb up the stairs. Naruto smiled as he followed behind her. "And keep your eyes off my peach," Jade yelled out. "Kinda hard to do that when it's right in front of me, so move," Naruto said. Jade then kicked Naruto in the face, making him fall to the ground. "That's abuse. I'll call PETA," Naruto groaned as he held his face in pain. "Oh, shove it and come on," Jade yelled as she made it to the top of the tower. "Teenagers," Jackie said with a sigh as he and Uncle overheard them arguing. Naruto finally made it to the top with Jade, and they both started to make their way to the back of the clock where they saw the pig talisman on the hat of the pig mascot. "Come to me," said the fox to the pig, Naruto said with a smile as he took the talisman. Before he could look at it, shadows on the floor started to move and form into the Shadowcon. "Quick, see what it does," Jade said. "You do it, I can handle them," Naruto said as he tossed her the talisman and then unsheathed his claws, whichever glowed blue. Jade squeezed the talisman before her eyes glowed orange and beams shot out of them, making the Shadowcan scatter to avoid. Heat vision, really? How does that make sense? Naruto said. This is so cool. Jade said with a smile as she fired at the Shadowcan again. Well, it gets the job done, Naruto said with a smile as he slashed at the Shadowcan. Naruto. Jade. Jackie yelled before Toru and Hakufu came into the room right behind him and Uncle. Angry tiger strikes at dash, Hakufu was yelling before Uncle kicked him in the chin along him back off. Don't announce your presence, you idiot, Toru said before he charged at Jackie. Donkey kicks dog. Hakufu yelled as he kicked at Uncle. Uncle slid back a few feet from that and expertly took a fighting stance. Dragon blasts tiger. Jade yelled from up at the top of the clock tower. Hey, that's my bit, Hakufu yelled before he was hit with Jade's heat blast eyes and sent flying into a wall before he slid down to the floor unconscious. Dragon? Uncle said with a confused look. It's my sign, Jade said with a smile and a thumbs up. Toru ran over and picked Hakufu up before running away. I'm surprised he fled to help his ally, too bad he's evil, Naruto said with a frown as he finished off the last Shadowhan. I don't know about that, Jade said with a frown. Hey, anyone can change, heck, I'm a demon and me and you are friends, mostly, Naruto said as he still felt the sting from Jade's kick to his face. Oh, quit whining, Jade said as her and Naruto climbed down to Jackie and Uncle. Jackie, Jade, Naruto, thank you for letting me re-experience my youth. Uncle said as he took off the dog talisman and handed it to Jackie, but being young is too dangerous. And exhausting. Uncle needs a nap. He said. You earned it, Uncle. Jade said as she hugged him. One left to go, Naruto said with a smile at Jackie. Yeah, and it's your sign this time. Jade said with her own smile. With Shindu. This is unacceptable, Volmont. Shindu hissed out at Volmont and his henchmen. Hey, it's not like we can just ask that Kitsune brat to hand us the talismans, you know, Volmont said. Maybe we can, Shindu said. You have that look in your eyes, what is it? Volmont asked. Let's just say the tiger talisman is special. So you want us to let them have the final talisman? Finn asked curiously. Indeed, this is a risk that may give us a big advantage. If the Kitsune and his little friend decide to try using the talisman, then we can take advantage, Shindu said as his eyes glowed red. A few days later at Uncle's shop. Jade walked into the shop alone and Uncle looked up from a book with Jackie next to him. You found the tiger talisman? Jade asked curiously as she looked over Uncle and saw an image of the talisman. Yup, where's Naruto? Jackie asked. The principal asked him to see her about helping a new student get used to the school, some teen named Carter, Jade said with a shrug before she snatched the talisman from Uncle. So what's it do? She asked excitedly. I don't know, I wanted Naruto to see since it is his sign just like he let Uncle use his sign, Jackie said. Yeah. Here it is. The tiger talisman brings balance to the user, he said as he looked at his book. Faye, that's it. Boring. Jade yelled as she threw the talisman behind her, which was caught by Naruto as he walked in. Oh good, you got the tiger talisman, so what's it, huh? Naruto said as he looked at the talisman and noticed it had a crack in it which soon split and made a flash of light engulfed Naruto. Jade rubbed her eyes before looking to see two Narutos, one that looked human and one that had his Kitsune features. Ain't this kind of a bad time to do your whole clone thing, she said. Going forward we will call them Ing Naruto and Yang Naruto. The Naruto looked at her before chuckling. How's it going, babe? How's about taking a night on the town with a real man? He asked with a toothy smirk as he approached Jade. What? Jade asked with wide eyes and a blush on her face. Ah. I stepped on a bug. I'm a monster. Young Naruto yelled as he started to cry. Quit being a wuss, you shitstain. Naruto yelled. What is going on? Jackie yelled in confusion at what was going on. How is this balance? Get off. Jade said to Naruto, who was smelling her neck. Come on baby, I bet you're a tight fuck. Naruto was saying before Jade kicked him hard in the bits, making an audible crunch, making him scream in a high-pitched voice and fall to the floor. Why, you deserve that, young Naruto stuttered out. Shut up, you want to die. Naruto yelled. It would seem that the tiger talisman splitting in half spilt Naruto's ink from his young uncle said. How is this balance? One's a chicken and the other wants to get in my pants. Jade said. You will get balance again when you take the two halves of the talisman and bring them together, uncle said. Put those talismans together now. Jade yelled in frustration. I'd rather put ourselves together, baby. Naruto said from the ground before groaning as Jade kicked him in the gut. You do know he heals, so he'll just keep doing that, young Naruto told her. Plus I love it when you're fiery like this, Naruto growled with a smile at Jade. In your dreams you pervert. Jade yelled as she looked away from young Naruto. This is so freaky. Jackie said with a bewildered look, as this was odd even after everything they had seen. I know, but we can't. Where'd the bad one go? Jade asked. He went to go look for flowers for you, among other things. Young Naruto said. Yeah, the halves cannot be one without both pieces of the talisman. Uncle said. Okay, we need to go find Naruto's Jackie. Jade, young Naruto, you go find him. I don't want to be anywhere near him, Jade said with a scowl. We can use you to bait him, Uncle said with a look at Jade. You are the only person he thinks about. Young Naruto said. Oh come on, what could Naruto's young want with Jade? Jackie asked cluelessly. I cannot say such things, young Naruto said with a blush. Huh? Jackie asked curiously. Ugh, you're a fool, Uncle grumbled as he pinched his nose. Outside with young Naruto. He. The dark half chuckled as he adjusted his leather jacket and shades that he took from Chow after he beat up him Ratso and Finn. Your next big man, Naruto said with a chuckle as he approached Toru. Wait. My MSTR wanted to offer you something, Toru said as he took out his phone. Naruto grabbed the phone with one of his tails and held it to his ear. City mord you stab em we slab em, he said before he laughed. Amusing, I assume you're the dark half of Chan's Kitsune son? Volmont asked. Certainly not, that wuss handed me the freaking talisman piece just because I scared him. Naruto said as he twiddled with the young piece of the talisman. Bring me the other talismans and I will make you rich, Volmont said over the phone. How rich? Naruto asked curiously. Enough where you could buy that special lady in your life anything she dreamed of. Volmont said, hoping to feed on the Kitsune's obvious feelings for Jade. I'm in. Naruto said with a grin before he looked at Toru. Okay big man, you have a ride? I needed to get to section 13 inch, he said. Will you need backup? Toru asked curiously. Well, I need someone to occupy that clueless wuss of a dad I have, Naruto said. Toru smirked at this as a car pulled up outside. Follow me boys. Naruto said with a toothy grin. With Jade. Jade and Naruto were looking around the area for young Naruto. Gah. He sticks out like a sore thumb. How can he hide? Jade said before she spotted Naruto looking at her. What? She asked. You are very pretty, young Naruto said with a dopey smile. Gah, not you too. Jade said in frustration as she pulled on her hair. If you like us, why do you pretend to hate it? Young Naruto asked. Great, I get the one with brain cells. Jade said as she rubbed her head. Suddenly Jade's phone rang. Oh thank God, Jackie, please tell me you found that pervert. Jade yelled as she answered her phone. Well, you can say that, watch it. Jackie yelled on the phone as an explosion went off in the background. Gahahaha. Burn baby burn, Naruto could be heard yelling. What's going on over there? Jade yelled. He's attacking section 13. He's after the talismans. Jackie yelled into the phone. That idiot. Jade yelled as she hung up and looked to young Naruto. We need to go stop him, she yelled at him. Fighting isn't nice, young Naruto said with a frown. God, it's not that you're a coward, you're too nice to fight. Oh, give me a break. Jade yelled, throwing her head up. But I don't want to hurt, young Naruto was saying before Evade grabbed him by the collar. Look, if you don't help then the evil you will probably do something perverted to me. Do you want that? Jade yelled in his face. No. Young Naruto asked, not wanting to make Jade mad. Then come on. Jade yelled as she dragged Naruto to Naruto's motorcycle. Section 13. Ah, there it is, boys, Naruto said as he stabbed his tails into the talisman vault and tore the door off. Pick a talisman, any talisman, the market is open. He told them. Just pack them up, kid, we don't need to waste time. You dragon uncle is impatient, Finn said as he took out a steel box. Oh, a family member wants me. Why didn't you say so, you disco reject, Naruto yelled at the enforcer. Naruto used his tails to demolish the case over the talismans before proceeding to grab them all. Well, let's get going. Freeze. Captain Black yelled as he and his men arrived, guns in hand. Oh please, cue ball, Naruto said before he shot fire from his palm, making the agents scatter. I have all the talismans, nothing can stop me. Except me. Jackie yelled as he came into the vault. Oh please, you couldn't stop a cold, Naruto said as he fired the pig's heat vision at him. Quit playing, kid, we need all of them. Chow yelled as he packed up the other talismans along with the other enforcers. Talk to me one more time and I'll turn you into a delicacy for Katunsa, fried Chow. Naruto yelled. You want to be paid? Ratso asked. Fine, take the bacon talisman, Naruto said as he tossed the talisman to Chow. No. Naruto backhanded Jackie, sending him into a wall. Let's go. Toru said to Naruto as he didn't want to leave him here since that was against orders. It was fun seeing you, daddy, but my uncle awaits. Naruto said as he ran off with the enforcers. Next time you see me I'll have the world in the palm of my hands, mod halves, ha 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 ha, he said with a cackle as he left. Outside. Naruto and the enforcers approached the limo, but they heard the roar of an engine and spotted Jade driving towards them on Naruto's motorcycle with Naruto riding behind her. Later, baby. Naruto said as they drove past them. Next time you see me, we'll have the entire world to play with, he said. You're not Naruto, you're just Valmont's pawn. Jade yelled at him as she approached. Oh, don't worry about him, baby, I got plans for him. Naruto cackled as the limo took off. Young Naruto gained kitsune features and jumped on top of the limousine and clawed open the roof of the limousine. I'd like my talisman piece back, please, he yelled at them. Take this. Naruto said as he slugged his good half in the face. You first. Young Naruto yelled as he caught his punch and pulled him out, but the struggle made them both fall to the street. Keep going. The boss wants his talismans. Finn yelled to the driver. OW, the good half screamed as Naruto bit his shoulder before getting lifted, and young Naruto slammed his knee into the Yang's back. You may have my skills but not my ruthlessness, you pathetic shitstain of me. Growled as he flexed his claws. Jade parked the motorcycle and glared at the two Narutos. Okay, you two need to stop this now, she yelled at them. Maybe a kiss or some bedtime fun may make me stop, Naruto said. I'm gonna dash, Jade was yelling before young Naruto stopped her. If you offer him a date maybe he will listen long enough that he will help, young Naruto said. I was promised enough money to make her dreams come true, goody goody. Naruto said. Yeah, but what do you want, more money or Jade happy? Young asked. Oh please, he's evil, he's not gonna dash, Jade was saying before she was interrupted. Well, a happy Jade makes for a happy bed romp, Naruto said as he rubbed his chin in thought. Jade paused at this before she groaned. God help me for what I'm about to do, she thought to herself. Jade walked up to him with a sway in her hips. Naruto said with a growl. If you lead us to where Valmont and the talismans are, I'll really make it worth your while, she said in a stuck tone as she put her arms around his neck. Give daddy a kiss and I'll do it, Naruto said with a grin. You gotta earn that, Foxy, Jade said with a CC grin. That's what I like to hear. Naruto said, making her yelp as he gave her peach a squeeze. Okay, follow me, we have talismans to get back, he said. Gah, I hope he doesn't remember that when he fuses back, Jade said as she panted, blushing darkly. Since when can you flirt? Young Naruto asked curiously. I just winged it, Jade said with a shrug. Well, you were great, young Naruto said with a blush as he looked away from Jade. Jade paused at this but blushed a little. Hey! No flirting with my woman. Naruto yelled as he drove over with a car and parked in front of them. Okay, first off, he's technically you, and second, where did you get this car? Jade asked as her and young Naruto got in the back seat. I just found it, baby, Naruto said with a smirk. Hey, stop that thief, a man yelled out from behind them. Let's go. Naruto said as he hit the gas. This caused young Naruto's face to go flying onto Jade's chest. Gah, both ends, really? Jade yelled as she pushed young Naruto out of her chest. Hey! I get first crack. Naruto yelled at Naruto. Jade growled at this but bit her tongue as she knew that she needed to play along for now. Valmont's tower. I can feel my power slowly returning, Shindu said as Valmont placed each of the talismans inside his spaces. He had just placed the first half of the tiger talisman in Shindu's final space when suddenly the elevator door blew off. Hey Val, dead man, little piece of advice, don't double-cross a kitsune, you'll live longer. Naruto yelled out. SHT. He's about to finish giving that statue all of them. Jade yelled. Get him. He has the final piece. Young Naruto yelled as he and Naruto charged at Valmont. Valmont quickly shoved the second piece of the tiger talisman into Sheeta's final space, finally giving him all 12. Back into this pussy of me I go. Naruto yelled as him and young Naruto fused back together. The statue began to unfold, becoming a humanoid dragon. Checkmate, Valmont said with a smile as Shindu formed. I'm free, Shindu yelled as he finally stood in all his glory and glared at them. A dragon, of course it's a dragon. Naruto muttered looking at Shindu. Also Jade, quick question. How did we end up here, he yelled. Of course he wouldn't remember. Jade muttered as she facepalmed. Your memories should be sorted out soon enough, nephew, Shindu said as he leaned toward over the two teens. Nephew? Jade asked, shocked at this. Your ancestor Kurama was my eldest brother. I would love to tell you more of your heritage, if you would come with me, Shindu said, holding his hand out to Naruto. Yeah, not happening, Naruto said as he activated his kitsune features ready to fight. A pity, but you will seek me out eventually. Shindu said before he brought a finger down, forcing Naruto down onto his knees. Rooster talisman, Naruto growled as he tried to force himself onto his feet, realizing that Shindu has the power of all 12 talismans. You humans carried my talismans but never truly understood their power, like using them in unison with others, Shindu said as he'd never limit himself to just one. Enlighten us, lizard lips, Naruto growled. Okay, rooster levitation plus ox strength, what does that equal, nephew? Shindu asked with a eye smile on his face. Gravity manipulation, Naruto groaned. Yes, Kurama taught me that one. You should have seen our brother the moon demon when he found out, Shindu said with a small snicker as he called him a copycat for centuries. Hey! Valmont yelled, getting Shindu's attention. I kept my end of the bargain, where's my reward? Ah yes, Valmont, I'm afraid it wasn't you who brought me the talismans, my nephew did. Well, his ing did, but let's not split hairs. Shindu said with a chuckle. We had a deal. Volmont yelled in anger at such a technicality. Read my lips, no treasure for you, like I would ever share my wealth with a human. Now my nephew on the other hand, so much to do so little time. Farewell, Shindu said as he headed for the wall and made a giant hole for himself to exit. Toru, make this deadbeat pay up. Volmont yelled. But Mstr Toru said with a worried tone. Now. Volmont yelled at his enforcer. Toru roared as he charged laying punches. Another little bit of wisdom, horse healing plus dog immortality is basically invulnerability, Shindu said as he laughed at Toru's attempts to hurt him. Toru then started to float on the air before Shindu flicked him in the face, sending him flying through several walls and out of the building. Hey! That was unnecessary. Jade yelled with a glare. Oh, like you wouldn't have done the same, child of the Age of Dragons, Shindu said. That was bullying and I don't like bullies. Jade yelled in a rage. I hate to admit it, but he has a point. We probably would have done that just to do it, Naruto muttered with a chuckle. You would put Toru in the hospital? Jade with a glare. No, Naruto said with a nod agreeing with Jade. Well, doesn't he end up somewhere getting healed? We all do after Chan gets through with us, Ratso muttered. Wait, did he call the brat girl a child of the Age of Dragons? Chow asked curiously. My BRTH sign is a dragon, you idiots. Jade yelled, rolling her eyes at their idiocy. A wise choice in a mate, nephew, ta-ta, Shindu said as he floated out of the hole and away. Naruto grunted as he was finally able to move one finger. That's all it took for him to stop me, he growled as his pride was seriously wounded. We can find a way to stop him if we ask Uncle, Jade said as she helped him to his feet. Hey Moneybags, where is he going? Naruto asked, walking over to the man. Where do you think? He's heading home. Volmont said to him simply. And where is that? Jade asked, not up to date with Shindu's past. China, of course. Now that he's back he's going to restore his empire, Volmont said as he rolled his eyes at how simple she was. What empire? Naruto asked as he as well didn't know. We need to go do some research, Jade said as she dragged Naruto to the elevator. You really should, you'll learn something about the family line, Volmont said as he brushed himself off. Freeze! Captain Black yelled as him and his men came out of the elevator along with Jackie and Viper. Too little 2DMN late cue ball. Shindu is gone, Naruto said as he walked past them. Who's Shindu? Jackie asked curiously as he walked over to check on Naruto. My uncle. Naruto said with a scowl, still mad Shindu easily beat him. We need to get to Uncle's shop, Viper said. Why do I have a small memory of my head in your chest, Jade? Naruto asked, making her blush. See, 'cause you're a pervert, now move. Jade yelled as she pushed Naruto towards the elevator. And why do I remember you being stuck to me? Naruto asked. JJ, just shut up. Jade yelled, her head going a nuclear shade of red. Who was Jade seducing? Jackie yelled in a panic. Nobody. Jade yelled in a panic as they left. Later at Uncle's. Everyone was waiting in Uncle's shop while they waited for him to find information they needed. Uncle yelled out from the back. I'm guess Shindu is bad news? Naruto asked. Yes, one of the demonic chi wizards of ancient China, like your fox ancestor used to be before he moved to Japan, Uncle said as he looked at a book. Wait, one of? You mean there's more of these guys out there somewhere? Viper asked. Not important. What important is Shindu is gonna summon a dragon army and destroy all of Asia, Uncle said with a firm tone. Jade's eyes widened at this. Mom, Dad, she said as she gained a panicked look. How do we stop him? He stopped me with just a finger, so there has to be something. Naruto asked. Need time to do research, Uncle yelled. Time is something we don't have, each moment we waste he spends raising his army again, Naruto said. Then while we head for China, Uncle can do his research on the plane, Jackie said. Wait, a voice yelled out from the entrance to the shop. When everyone looked they saw it was Toru, but he had a bandage on his head and one of his arms in a sling. Man, this guy is resilient. Jade muttered. You survived that? Naruto said in surprise and awe. What do you want, Toru? Jackie asked with a suspicious look on his face. I would like to help, Toru said. Toru, why help us? Black said with a raised eyebrow. I was told Section 13 has free donuts, Toru said with a sheepish smile. Dad? Naruto asked Jackie, who sheepishly smiled at his son and Black. What, I didn't think it'd hurt to tell him. Do you know where Shindu is raising his palace? Uncle asked Toru. He talked about where his palace used to be and pointed it out on a map, Toru said with a nod. Naruto ran over and rolled out a map of China. You just happen to have that? Jade asked. Not important, point. Naruto said to Toru. Toru looked and soon pointed at an area in the mountains outside Hong Kong. That's near where Mom and Dad live. Jade yelled in a panic. Alright, I'm calling up every squad, every military unit I can get my hands on, Black said. Before Uncle smacked him in the forehead with his fingers. Only magic can defeat magic, only demon can stop demon, Uncle yelled. Naruto tried. He was put on his knees as Shindu raised one finger, Jade said. More power is within Naruto, he just has to find it, Uncle said. Yeah, well, I'm not letting him fight on his own, Jackie said with a frown. Just remember, nephew, he has fought and trained with your ancestor, so you won't be able to defeat him head on. You must be tricky, trickier than the ancient Nine Tails, Uncle said. This feels like asking a train to roll over, but I'll try, Naruto said. If only we could yank those talismans back out, Jade said. Ya. I may have chi spell just for that. You big one, come with Uncle. Uncle said, pointing at Toru. I want to help stop Shindu, Jade said. You help Uncle pack, then you watch shop with Toru while we go, Uncle said with a firm tone. Aw. Jade groaned. I want to help, ow. Toru said as Uncle smacked him. You in no condition to help, you watch shop. Uncle yelled at the big man. Well, let's go fight my demonic dragon, Uncle. God, I am weird, Naruto said, realizing how weird this sounded. Sounds like a Friday to me, at least for this family, Viper said with a chuckle. Okay, I have a jet waiting, let's go, Black said as he got off his phone. Good, let's go, Jackie said as they all left Jade and Toru in the shop. They were both silent for a few moments. If you want to go after them, I'm not exactly capable of stopping you, Toru said with a flat tone as he looked at Jade. Jade's eyes widened at this before she smiled. Thanks, big man, I owe you lunch, she said before she left the shop to follow her family. Toru chuckled at this as he went to tidy up the plane. Nervous? Jackie asked Naruto. This guy could go toe to toe with my ancestor who could level mountains and boil seas with his tails. I just hope I can pull this off. Naruto said. Don't worry, Uncle will think of something so I can help you, Jackie said as he patted Naruto on the shoulder. Yeah, then I have to worry about my adopted family getting hurt, Naruto muttered as he looked out the window. Are you sure you're up for this? I mean, this guy is your family, bad guy or not, Viper asked Akita. You all are my family, not him, Naruto said with a determined look as he glared outside the window. Later in China. It was nighttime on the eve of the new Chinese New Year and everyone was in the mountains. Completely unaware of Jade dropping out of the bottom of the jet hole, the others were looking at a barren area. It's almost midnight. Where is this lizard? Black asked as he looked at his watch. Suddenly the ground started to shake as what looked like a place from ancient China rose out of the ground. Wow, nice place, Viper said with wide eyes when suddenly a golden blur flew into the palace. Found him, Black said as he looked at Shindu with his binoculars. Levitation plus speed equals super fast flight, of course, Naruto said with a groan as he slapped his face. Okay, Uncle, what do you have? Jackie asked the old man, hoping he had something to help. Uncle approached them and pulled out a bottle of green liquid. "This potion I made will let you reach into Shindu and take his talismans," Uncle said as he poured it on Jackie and Viper's hands. "We have to take the rat, without that he's just a statue," Naruto said with a nod. "Your task will be to survive long enough for them to take the rat talisman," Uncle said with a nod at his nephew. "Okay, I'll go in and distract him, and when the fighting starts you two try and take the talismans," Naruto said with a nod at Jackie and Viper. "Nephew, if you use your anti-magic claws you can reach inside him to take a talisman too," Uncle said as he handed Jackie the jar of potion. "Noted," Naruto said as he walked to the palace gates, which opened up. Naruto walked into the courtyard and spotted Shindu near a red portal that had images of dragons inside it. "Ah, nephew, just in time for me. Call my dragon army," Shindu said, glancing at him. "This isn't gonna be like last time I challenge you, Uncle," Naruto said, saying uncle like he was spitting poison. "And what do I have to prove fighting a mere kid? Go play while I do my business," Shindu said, merely waving him off. Naruto growled as he grabbed a large stone and threw at Shindu's head. "Very well, you want a demon duel? Fine." Shindu bellowed in a rage as these words made the area shake. "What's a demon duel?" Naruto asked with a glare. "Do you know nothing of your demonic heritage? It's how demons have settled disagreements for ages. We fight with whatever tactics we want until one of us surrenders, passes out or perishes," Shindu said. "Then bring it," Naruto yelled as he unleashed his claws and tails and ears. Shindu was a blur appearing in front of Naruto with his fist buried in his gut before he brought it down, pushing him into the dirt. "Why can't you see that the humans are the evil ones? You think we just wanted to conquer those weak sacks of flesh?" he said as he picked Naruto up by his head. "You have no idea the horrors the humans have done to our kind before we had enough," he yelled. "They aren't evil," Naruto groaned out as he tried to get up. "They pollute the very air we breathe, the oceans itself, and bring their own animals to extinction only to fight to bring them back just to lose them again. They're walking contradictions," Shindu yelled as he tossed Naruto against a wall. "They have potential, they deserve better," Naruto groaned out. "Humans are weak, what can they do to stop us?" Shindu asked, unaware of Jackie and Viper sneaking up on him from behind, their hands glowing. "They just might surprise you," Naruto smirked back. Shindu swung his tail, making them two shout as they backed up. "Do you have any idea how many times your ancestor snuck up on me? He trained me, practically raised me. I know every kitsune trick in the book," Shindu said. "You sure hold him in high regard," Naruto said as he tried to get loose from Shindu's grip. "He was a true brother to me. Do you have any idea what my other siblings did to me? He helped me get on my own 2 feet with them, constantly being tortured and insulted and humiliated. You have no idea what it's like," Shindu said. Jade then jumped on his back, her hands glowing, and reached inside and pulled out a talisman. "You dare!" Shindu roared in a rage as he moved to get Jade off his back. Jade grunted as she fell off and looked at the talisman she grabbed. "We AAA!" Naruto screamed as he could feel Shindu breaking his ribs. "So you choose them over your own family? They stole you away. Do you have any idea what your BRTH mother could be going through now?" Shindu roared in a rage. "They raised me and love me, human or not, they are my family," Naruto groaned out. Shindu roared as he threw Naruto down and began stomping on him, even as his foot began to get red with Naruto's BLD, then share their fate. "Back off!" Jade yelled as she fired a dragon blast from her hand, nailing Shindu in the head. Shindu then snarled as he fired dragon flames at her, sending her flying into a wall. It's always you, the one pain in everything. I'll just find a new being for him to mate with. You humans are nothing," he roared. Jade groaned as she dropped the dragon talisman as she fell to the ground. Shindu used levitation pull it to him and reabsorbed it. Naruto groaned as he shakily got up, coughing up globs of BLD. You chose this when you chose to forsaken your own family, so I will give you the beating you want and then throw you in the dungeons till you get over this phase. Shindu said as he turned look at Naruto. Grahahaga. Naruto roared as he turned into a full kitsune. His 3 tails waved behind him and soon. 4. Well looks like you're now a adult now, Shindu said with a sneer at Naruto's new 4th tail. Naruto shouted as he charged growing to Shindu's size and punched him only to groan as he held his claws back. I fought your ancestor at all 9 tails and full strength, do you really think you could hold your own against me? Shindu yelled out as he tried to keep Naruto's claws away from him. You can't do this, they deserve the chance to choose their own paths. Naruto roared out. Humans, it was humans that robbed me of my parents, humans who robbed me of my siblings, humans who robbed me of my brother, humans who robbed you from your mother, why can't you accept this hatred? Shindu roared as he blasted Naruto down with blue flames. Gur, dragon fire plus pig heat, and they hope, they dream, they love, they deserve chances of their own. Naruto growled as he clashed with Shindu. You have gone soft too much time with them, your own mother would be so disappointed of you, Shindu said with a glare before he fired heat beams from his eyes. Naruto ducked and tackled Shindu to the ground and started biting at him with his fangs. Shindu ripped him off of him before performing a piledriver on Naruto. Naruto's gonna die. Jade yelled as she got up. You wanted this, do you think I want to fight the only thing I have left of him? Huh. Shindu roared as he pummeled Naruto into the ground. Naruto snarled at Shindu as he glared at Shindu. I can do this all day, he said with a smirk. Shindu paused for a moment at this as this was a similar look Kurama would give when he was losing. Naruto then roared in pain as Shindu bit down on one of his tails, tearing a chunk off of it. Hey lizard lips! Jade yelled out. Would you be Gah? Shindu screamed as Naruto had his entire fist inside of Shindu. Naruto looked as Shindu tried to stop him from tearing out his hand, looking at a glimmer of sadness and betrayal that Shindu was giving him, turning his head away before he yanked his hand out, managing to grab all 12 in one go. No! Shindu screamed as he returned to being a statue. Naruto fell to the floor and turned back into his human form. Jade ran over to Naruto and saw he was hurt pretty bad. No, I was so close, so close. Shindu said as he laid on the ground. Jade! Jackie yelled, throwing a talisman to Jade. Jade caught in and saw it was the horse talisman, which she instantly fired at Naruto, and in an instant Naruto was fully healed. I hate demons, Naruto muttered as he stood up before he was tackled by Jade into a hug. Well done, Shindu said. Naruto then pointed the dragon talisman at Shindu. So you betray me too, I truly am alone. I truly don't have any family left, Shindu said as his eyes glowed red. You had your chance, Naruto said with a glare before closing his eyes. He blasted Shindu, making an explosion and pieces of his statue to go flying. Everyone looked at Naruto as he started to walk away before tears began to fall before he let out one giant scream and began to punch the ground. Jackie, Jade and Viper approached Naruto. Hey, it will be okay, Jade said with a frown at Naruto. I truly have turned my back on everything that makes me a demon. I truly am a traitor to my kind, Naruto said sadly. Smack. Naruto held his cheek at this and looked at Jade in surprise as she glared at him. You're a moron. Jade yelled with an angry look on her face. Jade, Naruto stuttered, put surprised as this hit felt different from when she usually hit him. You're not a traitor to all demons. Long ago Kurama obviously did the same thing when he left China, right? Jade asked with a glare. Why yeah, Naruto said with a nod as he realized long ago Kurama made the same decision as him. Hey, how come the palace ain't falling apart now that Shindu's gone? Black asked as his men and uncle approached. Maybe it has something to do with you accepting a demon duel. Jackie asked Naruto as he was still rubbing his cheek. Jackie, we need to talk, Black said with a sigh as he pulled Jackie aside to talk. Ai, yah. Uncle yelled in shock at this. You accepted demon duel, he yelled in shock. It was the only way he'd fight me, Naruto said with a shrug as he thought nothing of accepting a demon duel. This not good. This will get attention of other demons. And who said you could destroy evil demon? Now there is space for new evil. Uncle yelled out. Isn't that what I was supposed to do? Naruto asked before yelling as Uncle slapped him with his fingers. You were supposed to stop him, not kill him. Uncle said. So I just destroyed my own uncle for nothing. Naruto yelled. Well, yes, Uncle said. I'm gonna, Naruto was yelling before Jade placed her hand on his shoulder. It will be okay, Jade said with a frown at Naruto. Really? Naruto asked hoping things would be okay. Jade nodded at this, by the way. Naruto's eyes widened and his ears went stiff as Jade kissed his cheek. Thanks for being our hero. Jade said with a small blush. Well, according to the traditions of the demon duel, the palace and everything in it is now under Naruto's ownership, Uncle said. Really? I'm gonna see the throne, there's something on my bucket list I have to try. Naruto said with a smile. It's not something stupid like sitting on it with nothing but a robe, is it? Jade asked with a raised eyebrow. Well, originally it was naked, but that works, Naruto said with a chuckle. Well, take a look at the place quick, we need to get back to the shop. Uncle yelled at the teens as they smiled at the chance to see the palace. Jackie, you missed it. Viper said with a smile as Jackie came back from talking to Black. What? Jackie asked curiously with a curious look. Jade Viper was saying before Uncle smacked her with his fingers. That's private. You be quiet. Uncle yelled with a frown at the ex-thief. Naked throne sitting here I come. Naruto yelled as he ran inside. Ugh boys. Jade groaned, rubbing her temples. Wasn't there a treasure in this place Valmont was wanting? Jackie asked curiously. Yeah, the lost treasure of Qing Shi Hung, Uncle said as he recalled from his book that Shindu indeed had that treasure. See Qing Shi Hung. That's the archaeological discovery of the century. Jackie yelled in shock. Oh boy. Viper muttered as she rolled her eyes as they all went into the palace. Meanwhile, unknown to them, several figures were approaching the palace. You sure this is a good idea, boss? Finn asked Valmont. Yeah, that Kitsune kid and Chan beat Shindu, Chao said as they all walked into the palace. Which is why I'm settling for these, Valmont said with a grin as he gestured to the 12 talismans still on the ground after the battle. A few days later. Naruto was sitting on the roof of Uncle's shop at night looking up at the sky. It had been a few days since they had all come back from China after defeating Shindu. Naruto sighed as he looked up at the stars. Jade then walked out to the roof and approached Naruto before she sat down next to him. Still pouting over Jackie putting you on a strict allowance? Jade asked as she looked up at the stars with Naruto. Naruto grumbled at this. It's my money, if I want to buy a ramen shop just for me it's my decision, he grumbled to himself. Jade laughed at this as she shook her head as even to her him buying a ramen shop was ridiculous. Naruto paused at this and looked at Jade. I like her laugh, he thought to himself as he smiled. He then paused and looked down at the ground. What's the matter? Jade asked with a raised eyebrow. Well, I kinda have all my memories of what my good and evil halves were up to, Naruto said as he sheepishly rubbed the back of his head. Jade paused at this. Oh, she said as she also blushed a little. I never really realized how thirsty my fox side could be. I apologize for everything I said then, Naruto said with a frown, hoping he didn't ruin his relationship with Jade. Dude, it's fine, I get that was just you without a filter, if anything it'd make me appreciate the regular you more, Jade said as she waved her hand dismissed. I can't tell you just what it was that was stopping that dark me from just jumping you, it was all that would go through his head is just. Naruto said with a shake of his head. Well, he wasn't really evil, he more didn't have a filter. Heck, according to Toru, he was focused on making me happy, Jade said with a smile. Well, I like making you happy, your smile lights up my world, Naruto said with an honest smile. Jade paused at this before she smiled and scooted closer to Naruto. So, about that kiss, Naruto said with a nervous chuckle. Yes, I like you like that, you loon, Jade said, deciding to get to the point while blushing atomically. So, if I were to give you a kiss on the lips, would you reject it? Naruto asked nervously. Well, I could do worse for a boyfriend, Jade said as she played with her hair a bit. Worse? You're looking at the guy who really sat naked with a robe on Shindu's, well, my throne in that palace, Naruto said with a chuckle. Yeah, I hope Shindu is mad about that, Jade said with a laugh. You should try it, it feels great on the bare skin, Naruto said with a smile. Hey, we just started dating, mister, so watch it, Jade said with a sly grin. I didn't say I'd have to be present for you to do it, Naruto said with a groan. Jade laughed at this before she rested her head on his shoulder. Naruto chuckled at this too before he placed his arm around Jade's shoulder and held her close. So, who tells Dad? Naruto asked with a raised eyebrow. Not it. Jade yelled quickly with a smile while Naruto pouted at the fact he ran into that one. The next day, Naruto was driving through the street on his way to school alone today since Jade had to get to school early for a meeting with her gymnastics team. As he was moving around, he failed to notice a nearby car pulling in. Suddenly he slightly jumped as his bike made an impact against something and looked to see he'd just rammed into a car, cracking one of the tail lights. Oops. Naruto said with a frown. The driver looked out the window to notice a light but of smoke leaking from his car. Oh hell no. The driver exclaimed, jumping out the car in a frantic and angry motion. He was a young African-American teen Naruto's age. He had light dark skin and short black hair. He was also slightly taller than Naruto by about 2 feet. He stomped over to Naruto and checked out the damage to the car. Oh hell no, hell no. You done messed up my tail lights, man, that's gonna cost you. The boy said, pointing at Naruto with a glare. Naruto chuckled, rubbing the back of his head. Sorry about that, man, I guess I was in a rush. He said. Oh nah, you haven't seen sorry yet, man, I'm about to teach you the ancient martial art called whoop-yo-aus. The boy said, taking a goofy martial arts stance along with making goofy kung fu sounds. Naruto looked at this and raised an eyebrow. Interesting dance you have there, he said. This is not a silly dance. I am a black belt martial artist and you will get a kick-ass next month. The teen said as he made more motions with his hands. Oh boy, he is one of those type of guys that have seen too many kung fu movies. And believe that they can use those moves for real. Like that really works in real life. Naruto thought, that is not an actual martial stance, you are just making yourself silly and will get a real reality check if you try to pull those moves to someone that has studied real martial arts. Bring it, cat boy. The teen yelled with a karate yell. Naruto then just smacked him on his head uncle style, making him fall over. That's assault, I'll take you to Judge Judy. Look, I have to meet a new student today so I can show him around, so can we settle this late, or, Naruto said. That's funny, my ma told me a student would be waiting for me. Wait, you James Carter? Naruto asked as his eyes widened in realization. That's my name, cat boy, Carter said as he rubbed his head. Oh geez, I'm the one that's supposed to meet you, Naruto said as he pinched his nose. Oh well, come on, let's go, or do you have to go to the litter box? Carter asked with a smirk. One more cat pun and I swear, Naruto growled out, starting to get annoyed. Look, you just pay for a new tail light and we can start over, Carter said. Fine, cash or gold? Naruto asked with a sigh. Huh? Carter asked, surprised as he didn't think he heard Naruto right. Do you want me to pay in cash or gold? Naruto asked again. You lying, no way you have gold. Carter said with a look of disbelief. Cash it is, I'll even buy you lunch, Naruto said, deciding to be nice since it was his fault. I want a prime steak, Mr. Kitty, Carter said with a smile as he wasn't one to turn down a meal. Name's Naruto Uzumaki and that's the last time you're calling me that, Naruto said with a sigh. Naruto Uzumaki, doesn't that mean a ramen topping? Carter asked curiously. It means maelstrom. Naruto growled out in a rage. Carter laughed at this. I like you, you're a hoot. Well, come on, show me around this place, he yelled as he let Naruto lead the way into the school. Naruto sighed at this as he felt a headache already from the new friend made. Well, at least things can't get worse, he thought to himself. Tsushima. In the high mountains of Tsushima, what looked like a red-furred eight-tailed fox was sitting on a cliffside meditating. Suddenly it turned into a woman with long red hair and opened her eyes. My son is alive, she said with a surprised look before she smiled brightly and looked down at the village below, which was filled with kitsunes in their hybrid forms living their daily lives. At Naruto's school. It was still morning at Naruto's high school and Naruto was showing the new student James Carter around the school before class started. Okay Carter, all that's left is helping you find your locker, Naruto said as he led Carter down the hallway. No problem, my man, thanks for showing me around. You're alright even if you're a SHT driver, Carter said with a grin. At least I can drive, Naruto said with a roll of his eyes. Hey, you hit me, Whiskers, Carter yelled out in annoyance. Alright, I'm sorry, I was just distracted, Naruto said as he held up his hands in a peaceful manner to calm his new friend. Oh really? What about? Carter asked curiously as they approached some lockers to find his assigned one. Well, I just got a girlfriend and me and her have been close for the past half year and it's still new to me, Naruto said with a small smile as he thought about Jade. Carter smiled at this. Oh, you got the love bug, huh? He asked with some understanding. Yep, but don't tell her I said that, Naruto said quickly. No problem bro, I don't sell out my friends, Carter said with a thumbs up. Hey Naruto, you're here early, Jade called out as she ran over to him and Carter. Hey Jade, just guiding a new guy around, Naruto said. This your girl, man, she got peach for days, gah. Carter yelled as Jade kneed him in the gut before he fell to the floor. Don't let your new friend teach you any bad habits, Whiskers, Jade said with a scowl as she left the two teens to go to class. Should've warned you, she kinda got it Sundra or Yandra, whatever, she doesn't like compliments like that, Naruto said, not knowing what to call Jade. So she's a tomboy, noted. Carter groaned as he got back on his feet. But you are right, and you should see her without her wrappings, Naruto said, seeing the coast was clear. Oh really? Carter asked as he finally recovered from Jade's attack. High DD cups at least, Naruto said with a smile. Them sounds like low E's to me, imagine her grown up, damn, Carter said with a chuckle. Okay, here's your locker buddy, after school we can meet up at my place and I can pay you back for that car incident, Naruto said as he gestured to a locker. Carter nodded at this before he and Naruto high-fived before Naruto left to go to class. Later that day, Naruto and Jade were in the elevator down to section 13 after school. So how'd you meet that guy anyway? Jade asked with a raised eyebrow. Well, I may have hit his car, Naruto said with a sheepish smile. Since when do you get in accidents? Jade said with a disbelieving look. It's not my fault, thoughts of you distracted me, Naruto said with a smile at his girlfriend. Jade smiled at this. Oh really? She asked as she leaned forward at Naruto. Oh boy, Naruto thought nervously as he liked when Jade got flirty like this. With Jackie. Jackie was in his Naruto and Jade's apartment at section 13 packing up their stuff since now that the Dark Hand was done with he felt they could finally move out. Right now he was heading to the elevator to head upstairs to get more boxes. So you are moving out? Viper asked with a frown as she approached. Well, with the Dark Hand done for and Shindu gone, sorta, what else is there for me to do here? Jackie said with a sheepish grin at his girlfriend. I want a spare key, Viper said as she pushed the elevator button so it would open for Jackie. Jackie nodded as the elevator doors opened, showing Naruto and Jade in an intense makeout session. Jade's arms around Naruto's neck and her hands in his hair. Whole Naruto had his hands on her ass cheeks. Well, that didn't take long, Viper said with a chuckle, since she knew from Jade that Naruto and her were official now. Ya. Jackie said, seeing Naruto and Jade making out inside the elevator. Well, that ruined the moment. Jade said with a groan as her and Naruto separated. The one time we were kissing, Naruto said with a scowl. Since when has this been a thing? Jackie yelled in surprise at his adopted son and niece. Since Naruto told me about the thoughts that made him crash into someone's car today, Jade said with a chuckle while Naruto groaned. You what? Jackie yelled in surprise at his son. It was a dent and I'm gonna pay him back after I get the money. Naruto said. You never crash, must have been some thoughts. Viper said teasingly. I'm ignoring you, Naruto said with a flat tone at Viper before he looked at his dad. So can I have the money from my trust fund so I can pay my new friend back? He asked, referring to his money he got from the treasure he took from Shenda's palace, which Jackie had in a trust fund only he could access. You actually made friends with who you crashed into? Jackie asked as he took out a checkbook. Yeah, he and me became buddies and I need to meet him at Uncle's soon, Naruto said as he took the check from Jackie. Just watch out, he has a bit of a pervy side to him, Jade said with a scowl. Flirted with you, didn't he? Viper asked with a grin at Jade. You're never bringing him around my gymnastics, Jade said flatly. You got it, babe, Naruto said with a smile before he kissed Jade on the forehead, making her smile. Well, go pay your friend and then come back and wash up, and by that I mean don't go to that palace, bathe, then put on nothing but a robe. Jackie said firmly to the young couple. That was on my bucket list, just be glad I kept the robe on when I sat on that throne, Naruto said with a grin. I did it just to know how it felt. Jade said simply. Great, now I have that image in my head, Jackie grumbled, rubbing his temple. Okay, we will be back soon, come on Jade, Naruto said as he grabbed his girlfriend's hand and dragged her off towards the garage where his motorcycle was. And don't let me catch you two making out anymore. Jackie yelled after them. No promises. Naruto and Jade yelled together with bright smiles as they left. Jackie groaned at this as he knew this would probably be a thing now with the new couple. Sorry babe, but at least Naruto finally found a girl, right? Viper asked with a grin at her boyfriend as she knew he was worried about Naruto finding someone. Yeah, but did he have to find one that is as much of a prankster as him? Jackie asked with a tired sigh. You think that's bad? Imagine what their kids will be like, Viper said with a grin. Ai yaha. Jackie yelled in terror at this as he paled at the very thought. With Carter. Carter parked his car in front of Uncle's shop and took off his sunglasses as he looked at the shop. His name is actually Uncle. Carter mused to himself as he got out of his car and walked into shop. He looked around in interest and soon spotted a vase sitting on a pedestal. This would look good in my bathroom, Carter said as he picked it up to inspect it. Hello, welcome to Uncle's rare Ai ya. Thief. Uncle's yelled as he spotted Carter holding one of his rarest vases. Is this a actual thing or is that just because I'm OW? Carter got cut off by a signature Uncle finger smack. Out of my shop, you hooligan, and no, it's not 'cause you're black. Uncle yelled as he picked up a broom to swipe at the teen. Hey, I ain't going anywhere until that whiskered pal of mine brings me the money to fix my car, Carter said. Ai ya. You bullying Naruto? Toru, Uncle yelled out. Look, I'll just wait in the garage. Naruto said he works there, Carter said as he headed for the back door which led to the garage. But when he opened it and attempted to enter, he walked into something. Carter saw that it was a big person wearing overalls, and when he looked up he saw Toru looking down at him with an amused look. Carter's eyes grew wide at the size of Toru. Whoa. Sorry man, I thought this was the bathroom, he said with a smile before he turned around to leave. But before he could walk away, Toru grabbed him by the back of his shirt and carried him back into the Shop holding him in the air. Why are you taking advantage of Naruto? Toru asked with a glare as he held Carter up. Taking advantage? Nah man, he said he'd pay to fix my car when he went into it. Carter said as he tried to move his legs to move, but he couldn't since he was high in the air. You liar, nephew is responsible driver, Uncle yelled as he swatted at Carter with his broom. Actually he's telling the truth. Naruto said as he walked in. Naruto. Tell Shemu to put me down, he got a head like Barry Bonds. Carter yelled in a panic as he tried to get loose. Toru growled at this, not amused at Carter's joke. Toru, put him down. Naruto said with a sigh as he tried not to laugh at Carter's quip. Toru dropped Carter at this, making the teen drop to the floor. Carter then jumped to his feet and looked at Uncle and approached him. I don't know what you're feeding him, but he's too DMN big. Ow. Carter yelled at Uncle as he pointed at Toru, who was behind him, before Uncle smacked him in the head with his fingers. I got distracted and bumped into his car, so I offered to fix it, Naruto said. You never wreck, what happened? Uncle asked, suspicious of why Naruto would get in an accident. Thoughts of Jade distracted me, Naruto said with a sheepish grin. Ah, young love, Uncle said with a chuckle. Okay, here's your check, Carter, I put in some extra for your trouble, Naruto said as he handed the check to Carter. Hope is a good bonus, hello. Carter said as he looked at the check amount. So we're square? Naruto asked with a chuckle at his friend. As square as SpongeBob's pants. Carter said with a smile as him and Naruto fist bumped. So what brings you to Uncle's, nephew? Uncle asked Jackie as him and Jade entered the shop. We need to move back in, ow. Jackie yelled as he held his head from Uncle's sudden smack to his head. You can't move in. Where will Toru sleep? Uncle yelled as he pointed at Toru, who was dusting nearby, before he smiled sheepishly at them. You gave him my room? Jackie asked, surprised. Only room he'd fit in, couldn't give him Naruto or Jade's rooms. Uncle said simply. Well, we could get an apartment, Dad, I'll help with my treasure if you want, Naruto said, hoping to put his dad at ease. Make sure it's one where I can have a pet, Jade said with a smile. You're gonna move in with him? Jackie said with a suspicious tone. Yeah, what's the big problem? Jade asked with a raised eyebrow. Absolutely not, Jade not old enough, besides Uncle not helping move girly junk out, Uncle said. And I don't trust you to live by yourself, so you're still stuck with me. Jackie said to Naruto with a firm tone. Oh come on, I'm almost 17, Naruto said with a groan. No way you would eat nothing but ramen and throw parties with this one. Jackie said, pointing at Carter, as he could tell he was a troublemaker like Naruto. He's got you there, Whiskers, Carter said with a chuckle as he would throw parties with Naruto. I would not. I'd also eat pizza. Naruto said with a chuckle. You just don't want him alone with me, Jade grumbled to herself. That too. Jackie yelled at her as he went to get some tea. First it's getting caught making out, I don't want to catch you doing anything else. Naruto, how many tails do you have now again? Toru asked. Tails? Carter asked Jade curiously. Jade groaned at this. I explain it later, she said, knowing if Carter was gonna be Naruto's friend he would need to know he was a kitsune. For why? Naruto asked curiously, wondering why Toru would want to know. Well, in old kitsune tales my mother told me in Japan, she told me that when a kitsune gains its fourth tail it's a sign it's leaving adolescence behind and becoming an adult. It's also a sign when they are ready to seek out a mate, before their heat cycl begins. Toru said. Jackie coughed on his tea. Heat cycl. That's a thing. Naruto yelled with a blush on his face. Okay, what is this anime SHT? Carter asked, confused as he looked at everyone in confusion. Naruto rolled his eyes as he made his kitsune features shown. I'm a kitsune from Japan. Not only this, but with each new tail Naruto grows without finding a mate his urges will become more out of control. Toru said. So that's why his evil side was such a pervert, Uncle said with an emotionless look on his face. Naruto rolled his eyes at this while Carter poked at his tails and his ears. You done? He asked as he made his kitsune features disappear. Holy CRP. It's real. That or I'm on canned camera. Carter yelled in surprise. No SHT Sherlock, Jade said as she rolled her eyes. She's gonna be a happy girl if you use these Carter said as Jade slapped in the back of the head. Hey. Knock that SHT off Nagatoro, he yelled at Jade. Naruto snorted at this as he failed to hold in his laugh. Naga huh? Uncle asked. It's a modern reference Uncle, Naruto said with a smile. Oh I got your Nagatoro you big-mouthed, hey. Jade yelled as Naruto grabbed Jade by her arm and dragged her towards the front door. We need to talk follow me Carter, Naruto said as him and Jade left the shop. Right behind you Inuyasha. Carter said with a smirk as he followed. Inuyasha doesn't have tails, Jade said from outside. So you are a weeb. Carter yelled with a laugh before he yelled as Jade went to attack him again when he walked outside. Naruto seems to attract friends that are as chaotic as him, Toru mused as he dusted the shelves. It's good for nephew to have friends even if he's annoying I feel he's at least loyal, Uncle said with a nod. Jackie sighed and nodded as he saw Uncle's point. With Naruto. Naruto dragged Jade and Carter into a burger place so they could talk. Okay you two we need to be clear Jade, Carter is my friend and we are gonna hang out so you're gonna have to keep the attacking him to a minimum, Naruto said to his girlfriend. Well then tell him to keep the pervy comments to himself, Jade said with a light glare. That's fair but don't expect no comments at all I'm only human woman, Carter said with a chuckle. This mean you won't tell anyone my secret? Naruto asked hoping Carter wouldn't talk. I told you I don't sell out my friend's buddy so don't worry nobody is gonna find don't from me about your furry FTSH, Carter said with a smirk. Naruto smiled as he nodded before turning to the window of the burger joint and his eyes widened seeing a spirit form Shindu glaring at him with hate this spooked him making him fall out of his booth, when he looked again Shindu was gone. Heck was that about? You get a fur wedgie man? Carter asked as he held out his hand to Naruto to help him up which he took. Just, nightmares, Naruto said as he sat back down next to Jade. Jade frowned at this as she knew Naruto has been having nightmares lately she then reached over and patted him on the head to comfort him. Naruto froze at this but soon relaxed and. Bro, are you purring? Carter asked with a smirk at Naruto. Shut up, I can't help it. Naruto stuttered out in embarrassment. Carter laughed at this along with Jade who just kissed Naruto's cheek to comfort him. Jade had a soft look knowing Naruto was still affected by Shindu, even if he wouldn't admit it, so she knew it was best to just be there for him. So tell me about yourself Carter if you're gonna be my boyfriend's new friend I should know some things about you, Jade said hoping to distract Naruto. Carter shrugged at this, not much to tell mom is getting remarried and moved me here from LA he said. Who's your future stepdad? Jade asked. Name's Augustus Black guy runs some secret agency here in the CIT-. Carter was saying before he was cut off. Captain Black is your stepdad? Naruto and Jade yelled in surprise. Yeah, y'all know him? Carter asked surprised. Know him? He's my dad's best friend, Naruto said. Small world, Carter said with a chuckle. Hey when the wedding happens at least you have me to get into mischief with, Naruto said with a smile at his friend. Not if you want to live, my ma will go to jail for murder if we ruin her wedding, Carter said with a shudder. Before they could say anything Naruto spotted Jackie running out of Uncle's shop across the street and running down the street. Where's he going? Carter asked curiously. I'm gonna guess your step-daddy called him in on a mission, Naruto said as he paid the bill and left a tip for the waiter. Must be big if Jackie is willing to go on a mission. Yeah hey, wait, Jade did we ever get the talismans after the battle? Naruto asked his girlfriend. No, I didn't want to touch them after seeing the look you were giving them. Jade said before she realized what Jackie's mission most likely was. SHT. Naruto said with a groan as they all left the burger place. What are these talismans? Carter asked curiously as he followed them. Would you believe magic items of another uncle of mine? Naruto asked as they all ran to Carter's car. Downtown San Francisco. Naruto, Jade and Carter got out of the car after Carter parked nearby and started to run towards where they heard some crashing and yelling. They peeked around a corner and saw utter chaos. Ratso, Chow and Finn were using the talismans to rob bank trucks and were filling up a truck of their own with bags of cash. Looks like they brought Hack Fu on a more permanent basis. Jade said with a frown as she pointed out the red-haired man waiting near the truck. Open up you stupid do-dash, Ratso said as he tried to open a door. Gorilla throws fist through stone. Hack Fu said as he literally punched through the car door and took it off. And apparently gave him the ox talisman, Naruto said with a scowl. Y'all deal with these F-airs on a daily basis. What the hell? Pretty much, but them using these talismans is a new one, Naruto said with a nod. Boom. And apparently they were listening to Shindu talking about talisman combos, Jade said pointing out Finn using the combo of dragon with rooster shooting flames all over the place. Hey, I think your pops is trying to sneak up on the one with saipan hair, Carter said pointing out Jackie sneaking up on Hack Fu. Wait, where's Valmont? Naruto asked as Valmont wouldn't just leave this to them not without having a front row seat. Gazelle kick sneaking lion. Hack Fu yelled as he attacked Jackie. Jackie got sent flying from a back kick by Hack Fu. That's our cue, Naruto growled as he made his kitsune features appear. Naruto charged but got sent flying by a blur. Fast like rabbit. Finn said with a smirk. Hey, that's not fair, he's using the rabbit speed to SWCH talismans around, Jade said with a scowl as her and Carter ran over to help Naruto up. And fighting a kitsune demon who could flatten our heads with one hand is fair? Chow asked with a raised eyebrow. Who's the new guy? Ratso asked looking at Carter. I'm a mystical creature, I'm a killer. Carter said with a karate yell as he threw a punch at Finn but was stopped by him using the rooster talisman to make him go flying back and onto the ground. Something's wrong, they're never this good, or coordinated, they're not even trying to use the talismans like tiger and sheep, Jade said. Well yeah. Those are useless. Ratso yelled with a laugh as he fired a heat beam blast at her but she ducked. And wouldn't you be proud of us, we really have been learning from the beatdowns the hairball gives us, Chow said with a smirk as he fired a dragon blast at Naruto as he ran to Jade and pulled her behind a wall to hide. Naruto growled as he went to charge but froze looking at the dragon talisman being reminded of Shindu. Watch it bro. Carter said as he tackled Naruto down to dodge a car being launched at him. What's the matter, scared of dragon fire? I mean I would be too. I mean you used this to roast your own uncle, hell I'm afraid you'd roast us next, Chow said. Naruto growled at this as he turned into his full kitsune and grew to the size of a bear and roared at the dark hand making the windows shake. And, that's our cue, Finn said before him. Chow and Ratso ran to the truck that was full of bags of cash. Hack Fu skillfully flipped away from Jackie and jumped into the driver's seat and they drove off. The hell was that, you froze up like a lake in December, Carter said. I did not freeze up, they must have did something, Naruto said still in his kitsune form. Jade jumped onto Naruto's back after them, she yelled at. Alright, right. Naruto said ready to go after the dark hand. Carter jumped onto Naruto and sat behind Jade, hi-ho Silver. Away, he yelled with a smile. Naruto groaned at this and ran off after the truck. As he ran he grabbed Jackie with one of his tails. AI. Yeah. Slow down. Jackie said swaying as he was at the end of the tail. Sorry Pops, but we have to get those talismans back, right? Carter asked with a grin. So this one is part of your group now? Jackie asked with a groan as he thought just Naruto and Jade were hard enough to keep in line. Hey, loyal friends are important to Kitsun's dad, Naruto said with a snicker as he ran down the highway. The highway. God, when can that kid ever learn to give up, chow? Finn said, seeing Naruto and them running behind them. He beat Shindu. We're just appetizers. Ratso yelled in a panic. Well, I ain't dying today. Chow said as he aimed the dragon talisman. Naruto's eyes widened once more, leaving an opening for Chow to hit his leg, making him tumble. Haha, Fox's head not in battle, Hack Fu said. Naruto growled at this before he ran through the pain, and soon he caught up with the truck. Eat dragon fire plus pig heat. Chow yelled. Dragon this sucka. Carter yelled back as he jumped off Naruto's back and tackled Finn into the back of the truck. Jade chuckled at this and jumped after him and attacked Ratso. Chow glowed with heat as he fired a combined beam of dragon fire plus pig heat eye blast at Naruto, who grabbed the back of the truck with his claws. Ha! Naruto screamed as he had a hole through his claws. OSHT. Chow said before Jackie got loose and attacked him in the back of the truck. What's the matter with you? Jackie asked Naruto as he fought Finn. They're right. My mind isn't in the battle, all I can think of is that blasted talisman and how I destroyed my own uncle's body, and now he's gone. Naruto said. Bro, if you can't help then stop the Vegeta wannabe from driving. Carter yelled as he dodged an attack from Ratso. The hell you want me to do, slam my feet into the ground and drag it to a stop? That's an idea you can grow bigger, right? Jade asked as she slammed her knee into Chow's gut. Naruto gained a look of realization before he smirked before he grew bigger and grabbed the bumper of the truck and slammed his feet into the ground. Hack Fu yelled as he got sent through the windshield, slamming into the guardrail. OSHT, Fu. Finn yelled in a panic. Don't worry, we gave him the dog and horse, remember? Ratso said. Naruto growled as he tore the bumper off the truck and tackled Chow to the ground while taking the dragon talisman from Chow. Ah, please don't kill us. Finn said as Naruto aimed at them. Wow, maybe you are right to be afraid of me, Naruto said as he dropped his arm. Sucker punch. Finn yelled as he uppercut Naruto with a punch, sending him flying. Naruto. Jade yelled as she ran after him and onto the beach nearby. Jackie and Carter ran after them, and Jackie stopped as he was blindsided by Valmont, who kicked him into the ground. Grab that fool and get in. Valmont yelled at the dark hand as he pointed at Hack Fu. Right away, boss. Finn yelled while Chow grabbed Hack Fu and put him in the truck before he got in the driver's seat. Ugh, what hit me? Naruto groaned as he held his head as he turned back into his human form. Finn with an ox-powered punch. Jade said with a frown. Why are you filled with doubts? You're a fox demon, Carter asked. Because, look at me, I have forsaken everything that makes me a demon, I might as well be human, I've betrayed my BRTH family, what's next, my own mother attacking, leaving me to destroy her body too? All I can think of is how I betrayed, he was saying before he was cut off. Jade slapped him hard at this with a scowl. Naruto, you know who you are, you're Naruto, Jackie's son, my boyfriend, and you're a good being who does what it takes to help keep us safe. Jade yelled in frustration. Jade, this isn't about us, it's about me. Just who am I? Where am I going? What am I becoming? I destroyed probably the only person who could have given me true answers. Naruto said with a frown. You're my best friend and boyfriend, and you're going to become whatever it is you want to be. Jade said with a hard look. I know this hasn't been easy, but I promise to find your mother one day, but right now we have to stop the Dark Hand, will you help us? Jackie asked. Naruto looked at his father and nodded. Man, I came in during some drama, didn't I? Carter asked curiously. Yeah, we keep things interesting, Naruto said with a chuckle. Where the heck did they go now? Jade said, seeing the van was gone. That's what happens when you focus on drama bullshit, Carter said with a groan at the escape of the enemy. Bad day. Jackie said with a sigh. More so for others, Jade said as she rubbed Naruto's back. Thanks Jade, Naruto said with a nod. Can't you track them, you're a canine aren't you? Carter asked. Sand up the nose dude, Naruto said as he rubbed his nose. Well let's head back to Uncle's we can see if he has a spell to track them, Jackie said. Whoa the old man is a Gandalf? Carter asked with wide eyes. No not that kind of wizard, Naruto said with a shake of her head. So what is he? Strange? Dumbledore? Carter asked curiously. Oh he's strange all right. Jade said with a chuckle as they all left the beach. Uncle's shop. As they arrived in Carter's car they noticed the back door was open. Stay here I'm going alone, Jackie said with a hard look as he entered the shop. Since when have we ever actually listened to that? Jade muttered. Before Naruto could say anything he noticed a figure coming out of the back of the shop and jumping up the side building making its way to the roof. Go help Jackie Jade, Naruto said with a frown as him and Carter ran to the fire escape while Jade nodded and went after Jackie. Naruto jumped up to the beginning of the fire escape and pushed down the ladder a bit so Carter could climb up. Carter jumped for the ladder but he couldn't reach. Hey! I'm not Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, push it down some more, he yelled after Naruto as he climbed up to the roof. Naruto sighed before he kicked the ladder making it go down to Carter. Thanks. Carter said as he climbed up and followed Naruto. Naruto and Carter climbed up the roof of the building to find Volmont standing there alone waiting for them with the book in his hands. Okay Mr. Money Green Suit, we got you now so why don't you just hand over the book and we won't have to bust yo butt up. Carter said. He's right Volmont, you don't have your lackeys or the talismans to help you so give up. Naruto said stepping forward when suddenly he noticed his shadow move around and expand. The two teens watched as the Shadowcon emerged from the ground. Oh my lord! Carter said shocked as he saw they were cornered on all sides. I would like to pay for that book. I'm sure Naruto's uncle can buy a new one, he said with a nervous chuckle. This doesn't make sense, Volmount can't summon the Shadowcon only. Naruto stopped as turned to Volmount, finally noticing his glowing red eyes. Reports of my demise have been greatly exaggerated, dear nephew, take care of them. Shindu ordered, walking away. You uncle, you're alive. Naruto said, with a surprised tone. Nice to see you can actually acknowledge me, traitor. Shindu said with a growl at Naruto. Carter frantically looked around seeing the demon ninjas closing in on them and grabbed Naruto by his collar. Naruto, why didn't you tell me your uncle rolls like this? Carter said in a panicked and fearful tone. I told you. Naruto argued. No you didn't. Carter shot back. I did this. Naruto said, moving his head to left and right. Who does this mean, man? Carter asked, copying Naruto. Speak English to me. That means I go this way and you to that way. Naruto said, doing it again. I go this to you go that way. Carter repeated. Yes. Naruto said with a nod. Oh. Carter said as he punched at an incoming Shadowcon while Naruto kicked another. As much as I'd love to have another family reunion, I really have to go, before you destroy this body like you did mine, nephew. Shindu said. Wait. Naruto yelled out before he was grabbed by the Shadowcon which he slashed at. Why should I? You've made it clear you cast me out. Did you even mourn? Shindu asked with a glare. Of course I did. You're my family, Naruto yelled as he attacked the Shadowcon. Am I? You've made it clear you refuse your demonic BLD and family. When next we meet you shall meet more of your family, nephew, Shindu said with a glare as he left. Wait. Naruto yelled, trying to go after him but was blocked by the Shadowcon. Focus on the task at hand, you idiot. Carter yelled as he grabbed a pipe and was trying to keep the Shadowcon back. How's about you quit your whining and leave the fighting to people who actually know what they're doing, you idiot? Naruto growled. What are you gonna do if I don't stop? Carter yelled in frustration as he smacked a Shadokan with his pipe. Naruto scowled at this and hesitated before he figured, F it, I'll be slap you back to Africa. He yelled. Come on, I want to see that. Man, you couldn't even find Africa. Carter said as the two butted heads hitting Shadokan away. You couldn't even find anything in this city without me. Naruto yelled. I could find the guy who burned his own uncle. Carter yelled in Naruto's face. Naruto's eyes became cat slits as flames erupted from his body. OSHT, too far, my bad. Carter said as he backed off and ducked behind the air conditioner. Naruto roared as he unleashed a wave of flames burning the Shadokan to cinders. DDDMN, okay, I won't make you mad anymore, Carter stuttered as he poked his head out. Naruto took a few deep breaths before he calmed down. Wow, you burned them to ashes, man, Carter said as he looked around. And, apparently grew a new tail. Naruto said, seeing his newest addition swaying behind him. What do you think he meant by all that family stuff? You got more demon aunts and uncles out there? Carter asked curiously. I don't even remember how my own mother looks, the hell do you think? Naruto said with a scowl. Carter frowned at this. Hey man, don't worry, we can find something thanks to your magic uncle. If he could, he would have done it by now. Come on, let's get off this DMN roof, it's cold up here. Naruto said. Alright. Carter said with a nod. Naruto sighed at this. Look, I'm sorry, he said to his friend. Yeah, me too. Carter said with a nod at his friend. So you're not mad? Naruto asked, surprised that Carter was so forgiving. Nah, the best of friends talk smack to each other, Carter said with a smile. Wow, we must be best friends then, Naruto said, either his own smile. Carter laughed at this along with Naruto as they went downstairs. Downstairs. Naruto and Carter entered the shop and saw books everywhere on the floor and that Toru, Jade and Jackie were talking to Uncle. What happened? Naruto asked as he entered. Volmont took a book from my collection. Uncle yelled with an upset look on his face. It wasn't Volmont, it was Shindu in his body, Naruto said with a scowl. This got looked of surprise from the rest of the group. Oh, that's great, how could this day get worse? Jade asked with a sigh. Suddenly the front window exploded and a figure entered. Can we help you, miss? Jackie asked nervously, seeing that it was a woman with long red hair. Oh yes, you can help me by dying for stealing my son, the woman yelled as kitsune features appeared on her. This got shocked looks from everyone at the now revealed kitsune woman. San Francisco. The Chan family looked at the red-haired woman claiming to be Naruto's mother as her hair swayed like angry tails. Bro, that's your mom. Talk about a ow. Carter groaned as Jade slapped him in the back of the head. Okay, let's just calm down, I'm sure we can deal with this in a peaceful way, miss, Jackie said as he held up his hands. The name is Kushina, and do you know what I did to the humans that took him originally? I annihilated them, she bellowed as she showed her fangs. Yeah, I wouldn't approach her dad, Naruto was saying before he was cut off. Dad? Kushina bellowed in a rage as she glared at Jackie. Jackie jumped back at this with a nervous chuckle. Jackie, I would run if I was you, Uncle said, knowing this wasn't gonna end peacefully. Jackie didn't need telling twice as he ran for the back door. Get back here, kit stealer. Kushina yelled as she charged after Jackie. Only for her path to be blocked by Toru. Move it, fatty. Kushina said. Miss, I don't want to hurt Toru was saying before Kushina grabbed him with her tails and threw him out the destroyed window she used to enter. Get back here. Kushina yelled as she ran after Jackie, leaving the rest of the family in the shop with wide eyes. Wow, your mom is hardcore, Carter said with a surprised look at Naruto. Yeah, and I think she's about to tear this city apart looking to get him, Naruto said with a sigh. Go after her nephew. I'll do inventory so I can find out what book Shindu took, Uncle said with a nod at Naruto. Naruto nodded back as him Jade and Carter followed after the mad kitsune woman. She's so cool. Jade said with a smile. She's trying to kill your uncle and my dad. Naruto said as they ran out to the back alley of the shop. Don't forget this is your boyfriend's mom, so you won't be finding her cool once she finds out who you are, Carter said with a snicker as he could tell what was gonna happen when Kushina found out who Jade was. Jade's eyes widened at this as she hadn't considered this. Carter saved the comedy for later and drive after my mom. Naruto yelled as Jade and Carter got into Carter's car. On it, hold on to your tails. Carter said with a grin as he got into the driver's seat and started the car before he took off down the street. With Jackie. Bad day. Bad day. Bad day. Jackie yelled as he ran down the street. You bet it is. Kushina in her medium-full kitsune form yelled as she chased him like a predator. Miss, I didn't hurt him, I raised him when he needed a home. Jackie yelled as he ran down an alleyway and climbed over a fence and kept running. He had a home with me. Kushina yelled as she smashed through the fence as she ran after Jackie. I didn't know where you even were. And why are you here now? Jackie yelled in a panic as he ran. I felt my son reach out with kitsune chi when he grew his 4 tails, and after I end you, I'm taking him back home. Kushina yelled as she grabbed some pipes in the alleyway with her tails and threw them at Jackie as she ran. I do not believe his girlfriend would like that. Jackie said as he dodged a pipe that went through a wall. What's a girlfriend? Kushina asked as she paused for a moment. That explains so much. Jackie said as he could see where Naruto got his cluelessness from. Jackie ran into a park which was thankfully empty since it was nighttime. Tired, here, take this thing on wheels. Kushina yelled as she actually tossed a cab at him. Ah! Jackie yelled as the car was about to hit him before it was caught by Naruto, who was in his full kitsune form and held the car with 5 tails. This isn't your fight, stay out of it. Kushina yelled at her son. Not happening. He's my dad and you need to calm the hell down. Naruto yelled as he put the car down and glared at his mother. Calm down. Calm down. My own kid was robbed from me for years and now telling me to calm down. She yelled as her eyes glowed red. You already killed who took me. He saved me when I was alone in a box scared. Naruto yelled as his own eye glowed red. You baring your fangs at me, brat. Kushina bellowed at Naruto. Yeah. Naruto yelled as he growled at her. Kushina's eyes then burned red as Naruto was forced to his stomach, feeling killer intent like nothing he's ever felt before, even greater than Shindu's. Naruto! Jade yelled as her and Carter arrived in his car. Get away from him! Kushina said, growling at the teen human who ran to Naruto. You get away from my boyfriend, lady! Jade said with her own glare. Okay, what the F is a boyfriend? Kushina yelled in frustration at not knowing what that was. It's kinda like what one is before they decide to become mates. Now can you lighten up on the killer intent? I think a worm crawled on my nose. Naruto said with his face in the dirt. My kid has a red thread and she's a human. Kushina bellowed in a rage. Red thread? I think I have a shirt made of red thread. Naruto said, joking before coughing up a wad of grass. Focus, babe, Jade said with glare at Kushina. You think you are worthy of my son, Kushina was saying before she was cut off and shocked as Jade slapped her face. Would you quit yelling already? We're alone in a park, you're gonna wake up San Francisco. Jade yelled at the mad kitsune. Did you just slap me? Kushina asked, surprised as this was new for her. Why, yeah. Jade said as a bit of sweat went down her neck, realizing what she just did. Ha 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 ha. Kushina laughed as she turned into her human form. You have guts for a human. She said as she laughed. Thanks. Jade said as she chuckled nervously. Ever do that again and I may eat you though. Kushina said, not skipping a beat. Does this mean you're not gonna destroy the city? Carter asked as he approached and helped Naruto up after he switched to his human form. Well, I wouldn't say that this place stinks. Kushina yelled as she gagged as she smelled the air. It really does, Naruto muttered as he hated how the city smelled sometimes. Look, can we put a pin in this? We need to find Shindu, Jackie said as he slowly approached as he was still nervous around Kushina. That dragon got loose? Kushina asked in surprise at this information. What's it to you? Jade asked, really hoping Naruto's mom wasn't on Shindu's side. Well, he's a part of my family too, and he owes me compensation for when I allowed him to use great. Lots of great's grandpa's stuff, Kushina said with a scowl. So you are an ally of his? Jackie asked, sounding nervous. Ha! Hell no. Kurama told us kitsuns if that dragon ever got loose that it was our job to deal with him, Kushina said. Geez, does anyone in your family actually like him? I see why you tried to kill him now, Carter said before he got a glare from Naruto. Wait, you fought Shindu with all his talismans? Kushina asked her son curiously. Yeah, only reason I won was because A, he didn't want to fight me, and B was because I had backup, Naruto said, gesturing to Jackie and Jade. So you all actually beat him? Kushina asked with a raised eyebrow. Hey, they did it, I just got here. Carter said as he backed away a little with a nervous chuckle. Look, let's head back to Uncle's, we can explain on the way, Jackie said as he led the teens to Carter's car. Don't tell what to do, human. Kushina growled as her eyes flashed red for a moment. Jackie jumped back at this, absolutely terrified of the kitsune. Unknown to them, they were being spied on by a shadow Khan who disappeared into the shadows as they left the park. Later, back at Uncle's, the group got out of the car and headed into Uncle's shop. Aw! My kit beat Shindu. I'm so proud. Kushina was bawling as she cried in happiness. Yeah, I beat the uncle who wanted me to be a part of his family, whatif do, Naruto said with sarcasm lacing his words. Oh, don't be a wuss. That lizard chose his path when he and Kurama fought, and he chose his path when he attacked you, so kitsune up. Kushina yelled at her son. Easy for you to say, you're an actual demon, you're used to killing each other, Naruto said with a scowl. This isn't about demons, is it? Kushina asked with a raised eyebrow as the others went inside while her and Naruto waited outside. I finally found out I had someone that was part of my family, only to find they're corrupt. Then you come along and try killing my adopted father. You know, sometimes I think I'm more human than I am demon, Naruto said with a sigh. Ah, I get it, Kushina said before she punched Naruto on the head. Ah! The F-woman! Naruto yelled as he held his head. Look, you idiot, it's time for a history lesson. Long ago Kurama made friends with a human who taught him that humans and demons all have free will and can be good or evil, so human or demon you're you, Kushina said with a firm tone. Naruto held his head as his eyes widened at this. So kitsunes don't hate all humans? He asked. No, and I can honestly get it. Kurama tried to reach Shindu too. For a time Shindu actually was like you and me, but a bad experience with humans tainted his taste for them all, Kushina said. Yeah, I would imagine back then it was worse than it is now, Naruto said with a frown as he thought about low pay. Well, when humans seal away your siblings, leaving you all alone with no one but your big brother, how would you feel? Kushina asked. Naruto frowned at this as he thought about what he would do if he lost his family. Discuss this later, we have problems. Uncle said, making his presence known behind the two kitsunes. Ah! You need a bell, old man, ow! Kushina yelled as Uncle slapped her in the forehead with his fingers. Don't call Uncle old, besides you kitsune live for centuries, so if anyone's old it's you. Uncle said as he went back into the shop. Kushina growled as her hair waved behind her as she and Naruto followed Uncle inside the shop where the others were. So what did he take? Naruto asked Uncle as they all saw the shop was now clean. He took a book about ancient Tibetan artifacts, Jackie said with a frown. Kushina's eyes widened in realization at this. F that lizard is after the Pan-Ku box, she yelled. Ya! Uncle yelled in a panic recognizing this artifact. The what? Jade asked with a raised eyebrow. It's an ancient puzzle box that can open a portal letting out one of his siblings at a time, Kushina explained. Figures, if he can't have me by his side he'll go to them, but he hates them, Naruto said with a scowl. My guess is after you blew up his body they pulled him there and are forcing him to release them, Kushina said with a nod. Okay, we are heading to Tibet, Naruto said with a nod. No, you kids stay here, I will get help from Captain Black and we will head for Tibet, Jackie said with a frown. Dad, Shindu has Volmont's resources and all 12 talismans, you on your own will not be enough to stop him, Naruto said. And you can. Naruto, you kept freezing up like having PTSD, can you help me while fighting those feelings? Jackie asked with a frown while everyone looked at him. No, I'm fine now, Mom gave me a pep talk, Naruto said with a firm look as he looked at his mom who nodded and smiled. Jackie sighed at this. Okay, I'll call Captain Black, he said as he walked over to the phone. And I'll come too, I can teach you a few new tricks on the way, Kushina said with a smile at Naruto. Like what? Naruto asked curiously as he was kinda excited what his mom could teach him. You think Shindu is the only person who can make Shadokan? Kushina asked with a smug smile. You can do that too? Jade asked surprised. Well, not exactly like his as there are different types, but these babies are just mine, Kushina said as two Shadokan appeared behind her with kitsune features. I call them my kitsunekin. Your grandmother says I got this ability from my dad, wherever the hell he is, she said with a shrug. Ya. No, Shadokan. They are evil. Uncle yelled as he picked up a broom to shoo them away. Learn to cope, Kushina said as she grabbed the broom as her two Kan went away. Don't those things corrupt people? Toru asked curiously. Hey, I've been using them years to defend my village and I've been pretty okay, Kushina said with a firm tone. Yeah, sure. Toru muttered, not believing this. Kitsunes are naturally immune to the corrupting effects of the Shadokan, Kushina said with a prideful chuckle. So when do I learn to make my own? Naruto asked with a smile. We can go over this later now, tell me about your red thread, Kushina said with a smile at Naruto and Jade who froze. What's to know? They eat, they sleep, they make out like crazy when nobody's around, Carter said with a chuckle. Unfortunately, I can confirm that, Jackie said remembering the incident in the elevator. Oh, don't be a sourpuss, they are adults though if you don't want her to outage you may want to mark her soon, Kushina said to Naruto as she gestured to Jade. Mark? Jade asked curiously. Yes, it's a kitsune tradition, when met with a non-kitsune we mark them giving them kitsune abilities like longevity, increased stamina, you stop aging after a certain age, Kushina said explaining to the group. Do I get the ears, tails and other stuff? Jade asked with a smile. I don't know, maybe, each mark kinda works differently. It's been a while since a descendant of Kurama marked anyone, Kushina said as she looked at a vase which Uncle shooed her away from. What do you think? Think I'd look attractive with fox ears and a little fox tail? Jade asked Naruto with a teasing smirk as she approached him. Naruto growled a little at this as he smirked at the idea. Oh yeah, he wants those, Jade said with a chuckle. Carter chuckled at this too as Naruto and him fist bumped. If we are done with chit-chat we must go before Shindu gets Pan-Ku box. Uncle said. Okay, Captain Black has a plane waiting for us, Jackie said as he hung up the phone. Oh good, my soon-to-be stepdad has connections, Carter said with a smile. Yeah, you're the future stepson he's been telling me about. Jackie asked with a groan. Yup, that's me, Carter said with a smile and a mock salute. Kushina chuckled at this. You have interesting friends, Naruto, she said with a shake of her head. Naruto nodded at this with a smile. Later at the airfield. Naruto and the others made their way to a jet that was ready for them where Captain Black was waiting for them. What's up, Narc? Carter asked with a grin as he approached. Black groaned at this. When your mom said you had made a new friend, I was hoping it wasn't Naruto, he said as he pinched his nose. Ouch, Naruto muttered, faking he was offended. He gets into enough trouble, God only knows what he will get into with you as a friend, Black said as his file on Naruto was huge after half a year of knowing him. Yeah, but I can pull him out of it, plus Dad can help train him like he did Jade, Naruto said as he patted Carter on the shoulder. When did I agree to this? Jackie asked with a raised eyebrow at his son. Just now. I mean, you're not going to let someone just go out without a means of defending himself, are you? Naruto asked with a knowing look at his dad. Yeah, I can do a little HOO, Carter said as Naruto hit him upside the head after doing some karate motions. Trying to sell this to your stepdad, bro, that's not helping, Naruto said with a flat look. Black rubbed his chin at this. Okay, fine, as long as Jackie trains him, plus your mom said you were interested in an internship as an agent, he said as he nodded. I'll take it. Carter said with a grin as he always wanted to be a police officer, and an agent, even an internship was even better. Plus Jackie training you could give you some DSPLN, Jade said with a smirk as if anyone needed DSPLN it was Carter. Like you do. Carter said with a raised eyebrow at Jade. Ooh. Naruto muttered with a chuckle as Jade still needed DSPLN too. Hey, I have more DSPLN than you. Jade said with a scowl. Getting spanked by Naruto doesn't count, Carter said with a smirk. You're dead. Jade yelled as she pounced at Carter and started to attempt to choke him. You choke like Clay Aiken. Carter wheezed out as Jade shook him in her rage. Okay, let's calm down and not prove anyone's point. Naruto said as he took her off him. I am sending an agent with you as backup, Black said as a car approached the jet. Figured. Naruto said with a snicker at his dad as Viper got out of the car and approached. We don't need backup, you have me, Kushina said with a roll of her eyes. Yeah, if we want people to die, Naruto muttered as he figured his mom would probably put the dark hand in the hospital. Who is this? Viper asked, gestured to Kushina while Black raised an eyebrow as he was curious too. My mother. Naruto said, hoping this meeting would go okay. Don't suppose this means you're gonna try and get with Jackie now, is it? Viper asked with a raised eyebrow. Are you kidding? He's a good runner, but he's a wuss, Kushina said with a scoff as while she respected Jackie for looking after her son she didn't find him attractive. Naruto snorted at this while Jackie frowned at the jab from the kitsune woman. Though that Toru, maybe. Kushina said with a smirk as Toru helped Uncle into the plane and didn't hear this. Naruto shuddered at this as seeing his mother check someone out made his skin crawl. Shut up, brat, Kushina said, not looking at Naruto as they all got on the jet. Viper chuckled at this. I like her, she said, finding Kushina's attitude refreshing. I know, right? Jade asked with a smile. You would. Jackie muttered as they all got in their seats. So this thing flies? Kushina asked as she sat down in her seat. You have never flown? Jade asked as she sat next to Naruto. I spent my life on Tsushima, I don't know any of these human devices, Kushina said as she struggled to put on her seatbelt. I'll wonder if she has your fear of heights, Jade whispered to Naruto who was trying to stay calm. If she does, just remember, she has no puke bag and neither do I. Naruto said. Jade shivered at this. Oh, relax, I'm a proud kitsune, I'm not some punk like you, brat. Kushina yelled at her son. 8 hours later. The plane landed and after a few moments the door burst open. Sweet freedom. Kushina yelled as she ran out of the plane in her small kitsune form. This is a great kitsune, huh? Naruto asked as he walked out of the plane with Jade who was snickering at Kushina. Shut up. Kushina yelled as she turned back to her human form. Coming from the kitsune who threw up before I did, Naruto said with a chuckle. It's your own fault for spending the trip in the luggage compartment, Jackie said with a sigh as they all came out of the jet. I found it more comfortable than those seats, Kushina said with a scowl at the laughing teens. That and you were scared, Naruto said with a snicker. Keep it up, brat, you're not old enough, I can tan your hide. Kushina yelled as she marched towards Naruto. Hey, is that my grandma dash? Naruto asked with a surprised look on his face. Ha! Kushina let out a girly high-pitched scream before seeing nothing as Naruto, Jade and Carter burst into laughter. Shut up. It's not funny. That woman makes me look like a saint, she yelled. Come on, scaredy fox, we have a relic to find, Jade said with a smile at Kushina. Okay, follow me, I can track it down with my senses, Kushina said as she turned into a kitsune and started to sniff around. Kitsunes can sniff out magic items? Viper asked curiously as they watched Kushina. Who knew, Jackie said as he shrugged. Kitsune is race of many talents, Uncle said with a nod. How's it going? Naruto asked curiously as he watched his mom. You could help, you should be able to do this at 2 tails let alone 5, Kushina said to her son before she went back to sniffing. Well, how would I know? I wasn't raised by Kitsune, Naruto said as he went into his own fox form to try and sniff for the talismans. After a few moments Kushina's ear twitched, found them, she yelled as she turned back into human. Lead the way, Miss Kushina, Jackie said with a nod. Kushina nodded and led the way into the town nearby. Later, Naruto and the group were outside an old temple up in the mountains where they spotted a truck parked nearby. Looks like they are still here, Viper said as she checked the truck. Good, let's beat these guys down, I want to go home with my son, Kushina said as she approached the temple. Naruto paused at this as he hadn't considered this possibility. I would be careful, Miss Kushina, they have all of Shindu's talismans, Jackie yelled after Kushina as she ran inside. Of course, you morons let them have those, Kushina said with a groan at this. Hey, they stole them while I was busy, Naruto said as he followed. Doing what? Kushina asked with a raised eyebrow. I was sitting on Shindu's throne naked, Naruto admitted, knowing this wasn't a good excuse. Pfft, Kushina said with a snicker. Can't blame him, it felt fantastic, Jade said. Focus on your kinks later if I spy the enemy, ow. Carter groaned as he pointed at the main area of the tomb before Jade slapped him in the back of his head. My son and his thread sat on Shindu's throne both naked. You found yourself a good thread, Kushina said with a chuckle as she liked that Jade was mischievous like a kitsune. The team watched as Chao Fin and Ratio approached what looked like an ancient puzzle box sitting on a pedestal. Why isn't Shindu taking it? Jackie whispered. Demons like him and us can't touch the Panku box, Kushina said with a scowl. Well, that means I can't get it, Naruto said with his own frown. Not unless you actually want to get fried, Kushina said. With a shudder. So what's the plan? Jade asked curiously. We need a way to get the talismans away from them, Jackie whispered. I have an idea. Kushina said as she made some kitsuniken. Irony, he always tries to use those to get the talismans and now they'll be the very ones to take them away, Naruto said, finding this funny. I'm limited to 5, Kushina said, knowing that her kitsuniken wouldn't last long against the talismans. That's a lame limit, Carter said with a scowl. Hey, I just figured out how to do it a year ago, cut me some slack, now stay here, I have this, Kushina said with a growl. The kitsuniken used the shadows to travel towards the pedestal and before Finn could grab the Panku box they appeared from the ground and blocked their path. Little Kushina finally figured out how to do your grandfather's trick, I see, Shindu said through Volmont as he turned to them. You know me, Dragon Breath? Kushina asked as he walked out to confront them. I had a Shadowcon spy on the Chans, should I have missed anything? Imagine my surprise when my nephew's own mother finally decided to show up for her kit, Shindu said. Yeah, well, after he kicked your sorry, but I felt his power, I'm so proud, Kushina said with a smirk at the possessed human. Yes, I'm a butt and you're not, talk down to me just like all my family has ever done, Shindu growled out. We don't have to do this, Shindu, just give us the box, Kushina said with a growl as she figured she would give Shindu a chance. Oh, I'm afraid we do. While I can't stand my siblings, they are a better option than the humans, Shindu hissed in anger at the kitsune woman. You want us to take her out, boss? Finn asked as he readied the pig talisman and his eyes glowed. She's a 8-tailed fox, you dimwit, she'd kill you before you'd be able to defend yourself, Shindu said in a rage, as besides his brother 8 tails were the most a kitsune could earn. Well, we beat her son with the talismans. How hard can the mom be? Ratso asked as he held up the ox talisman. Only reason you beat him was because he was seeded with doubt and guilt from betraying me, but now he's stopped caring. Do as you want, Shindu said with a sneer. Kushina smirked as she went into her half-kitsune form, her 8 tails waving behind her. Okay humans, let's see if you know how to actually use those trinkets, she said with a grin. Finn then fired at her and she dodged, but a strand of her hair got hit, making her watch as and the hair strand drop in front of her. You, just cut my hair, Kushina said as she started to growl in a rage. Yeah, and you have plenty of hair, Chao said with a scoff at Kushina's anger. Which is pretty amazing considering how old Kitsune could be. She could be older than my grandma, Ratso said with a chuckle. Or your grandma's grandma, Finn said with a laugh. Kushina growled at this as her eyes glowed red. You're dead. Kushina bellowed as she charged at them. Tiger attacks rabid dog, oof. Hak Fu yelled as he attempted to punch Kushina, but she grabbed his arm and kneed him hard in the gut, sending him flying into a wall. Whoa, your ma has skills, dude, Carter said with an impressed look as they watched this fight. Think she could teach me? Jade asked with an excited smile. Jackie groaned at this as he definitely didn't want Jade learn any of Kushina's habits. Oh great, we lose again, Ratso said flatly. Not yet, Dragon Blast. Chao yelled as he fired the dragon talisman at Kushina. Kushina yelled as one of her tails was blasted off from the beam. No. She muttered, watching it fidget before turning to dust. It'll grow back, you know, Shindu said flatly. Yeah, but that SHT hurts. Come here, you glasses wearing F-wad. Kushina yelled as she charged at Chao. At least I have fashion compared to your fat peach, Chao said with a confident smirk. Grrrr, Kushina growled as she sent one of her tails at Chao and grabbed him, while some of her other tails grabbed Finn and Ratso and held them up in the air and started to shake them. Told you. Ratso said as they dropped their talismans. IF hate all this demon SHT. Have you freaks ever heard of a fair fight? Finn said with a scowl. Don't blame me, for that you're just sloppy. Kushina said as she counted out the 12 talismans that they dropped. Yeah, at least we don't need a flea collar. Chao yelled, trying to insult the kitsune woman. Kushina ignored this and looked as Shindu-possessed Valmont dropped in front of her before kicking her, sending her flying into the ceiling. You will not stop me from getting my prize, he yelled as he grabbed the dragon talisman and fired at the kitsune Khan, who dogged. My family will return even if it costs me my life. Shindu yelled in a rage. Sparrow takes flight. Hak Fu yelled as he grabbed the Pan-ku box. You're not getting out of here easily, Naruto said with a glare as him and the others made their presence known. Goodbye nephew, I'm off to free my siblings, feel free to show up so you can try and kill them too, Shindu said as he blasted the ceiling, making a cave-in. SHT, take cover. Carter yelled as everyone backed away from the tomb. Naruto growled as Shindu got away. That demonic lizard is good, even though he's not whole, Kushina said as she pushed herself out of the rubble she was in. Wow, you're durable, Viper said with an impressed look at Kushina. Back up, not whole. Naruto asked curiously as he was curious what his mother meant. I can sense chi, he's missing something, don't know what, but something's different compared to the Shindu of legend back home, Kushina said as she cracked her neck. Meanwhile Jade and Carter were digging around in the rubble. What are we looking for? Carter asked curiously as he lifted a piece of rubble and moved it. They were quick to flee, so they most likely didn't take the talismans, and if demons are gonna show up we need a way to fight back, Jade said as she moved a huge piece of rubble. I call the dragon one, Carter said with a smile as he liked the idea of using those to help Naruto. Like hell. I call that one, it's my sign, Jade yelled at Carter. I say break them that way nobody can use them. Kushina said with her arms crossed. Uncle then smacked her in the forehead with his fingers. Magic can't be destroyed, only the vessels for it, he yelled at Kushina. You do that one more time and I'll be picking you out of my teeth, old man. Kushina growled out as she rubbed her forehead. Ha! Found one. Carter yelled as he held up the snake talisman. Invisibility talisman. Naruto said with a nod at Carter. Ooh yeah, can't wait to use this as school. Carter said with a grin at the possibilities. You come anywhere near that school with that and I'll use this to rip you in half. Jade yelled as she held up the ox talisman. Why are the women in your life so violent, like girls smoke some weed or something? Just chill, Carter said with a shudder as he knew Jade wasn't playing. Soon they found the other 10 talismans. Okay, so we may have lost the Panku box, but we at least have tools for us to use to fight back, Naruto said with a nod as Jackie put the talismans in a bag. Yeah, then we don't stop until we seal your butt uncle away forever, Carter said with a nod. Naruto looked down at this as he knew that was most likely what needed to be done. Jade approached Naruto and grasped his hand at this, trying to comfort him. I'm fine, Jade. Mom gave me a pep talk and she's right, he chose his side, Naruto said with a smile before he kissed Jade on the cheek, making her smile. Who knows, maybe he'll change. I mean, she said something's wrong with him, Jade said, trying to give Naruto some hope. Whatever, let's just go before the mountain tries to come down on us, Naruto said with a nod. As they left, Kushina groaned as her destroyed tail grew back. God, that SHT hurts, she growled in annoyance. So what's your plan now? Toru asked the Kitsune woman. Well, since the Panku box was taken, that means I will have to help with tracking it down and fighting the demons if they are let out, Kushina said as she thought about what Kurama would want them to do. Where are you gonna stay? Jade asked curiously. Don't know, but I'll figure out something, Kushina said with a shrug as she figured it wouldn't be that hard to find a place. You could stay with us. Dad was looking to find a new place, Naruto said with a smile as he liked the idea of having his mom nearby. Jackie paused at this before he sighed. Okay, she can stay, he said, knowing it was best to keep Kushina nearby since she didn't know anything about human society. Okay, let's head back home. I must do research on Shindu's siblings, Uncle said with a nod. While you do that, I'll be finding a place to eat as I am starving. Kushina said. Hey Mom, have you ever tried ramen? Naruto asked with a smile at his mother. What's that? Kushina asked curiously. Oh geez, Jade said with a chuckle as she had a feeling if Kushina liked ramen she would be worse than Naruto. Bad day, Jackie groaned as he felt his bank account was gonna take a hit. So alright folks, that's all for today. Stay tuned for part 4. Do subscribe, like and share for more such videos. Also check out the story and author KFB Anime 87 on FANFICTIONnet. Press the bell icon to be notified first on release. See you in the next video. Till then, goodbye.